Hello fellow climbers. My team and I built Dr. Plano, software for climbing and bouldering gyms that reduces admin work, so you can focus on climbing and community. Our scheduling algorithm creates shift plans from your rules and team preferences. Staff can track working hours, swap shifts or call in sick online. For your customers, Dr. Plano supports online bookings and payments directly on your website. And now we are building our own POS. Gyms across Europe already trust Dr. Plano. If you want less admin and more climbing, scan the QR code for a demo or a short call. Enjoy the Dogmasters.
Mooi vind ik dat je de weg niet meer hoort, dat er geen andere mensen zijn, dat je helemaal in het bos bent. En daar ligt dan opeens een supermooi blok. En er zit niks extra, er zit niks in de weg, er zit geen scherp greepje in. Ja, soms denk je wel eens van ja, dit kan toch bijna niet anders dan dat dit gemaakt is om te klimmen. Dit is echt perfect. He, alsof een hele goede routebouwer voor ons cadeautjes heeft neergelegd om te ontdekken. In die afgelegen gebieden vind ik het heerlijk om in mijn eentje te klimmen, alles zelf uit te zoeken, de geluiden van het bos om me heen. Een werkdag is echt, dan loop ik met mijn mapje door het bos en dan heb ik dingen uit te zoeken. Bijvoorbeeld nieuwe boulders die geopend zijn, intekenen. Er zijn vaak geen filmpjes van die boulders nog. Helemaal geen informatie. Nou, dat vind ik een hele mooie manier van klimmen.
Hello and welcome to the 2026 Dockmasters competition. We are in the Netherlands and we've been whittling down a stacked field of athletes to find just 6 finalists here tonight. My name is Matt Groom and I'm joined, of course, by, well, yourself, sir.
Pete Woods here with you. We are finals night here Sunday. 2 boulders for women on the wall. Just a little bit of teaser of the format swap we have here at the Dockmasters.
It's going to be interesting. Behind us is the crowd who have been waiting very patiently to be let into our arena. And as Pete said, we've got a packed show for you tonight with interviews. We're going to go into isolation. We've got behind the scenes and much, much more. And in fact, that's where I'm heading in a couple of seconds.
You're going to head up into isolation. I'm going to head back up into the booth. We're going to talk to some route setters to get a little bit of insight about the boulders. And you're going to talk to some athletes to get a little bit of insight into the mindset.
Exactly. I'm about to go where no one is allowed to go to ice. So I'll see you later, Pete. We'll let the audience in the background as well. And let me just tell you, the atmosphere has been building here in the climbing gym. All day, the everyday public has been coming in and competing on the qualifying boulders to test their mettle against what the pros have been doing. They've stayed, of course. There's some drinks. Who's going to win, sir?
Oh, I have no clue, but I think they're going to do their best effort.
Fantastic, best effort. That's what we want, is best efforts. Okay, so I'm going to take you somewhere very secret now, and my amazing cameraman has to do some incredibly tricky backwards stair walking. He's doing a wonderful job keeping me in frame. Thank you very much, sir. Now, isolation, what is that all about? Well, it is the sacred space where the athletes get to go and prepare away from the eyes of the world. But of course, here at Dockmasters, we like to break the rules a little bit, so we're taking you guys behind the scenes. As you follow me from the darkness of the wall into the relative chill of the isolation, you can see all the staff members, judges, they've got judges written on their back, very important people. They're all getting ready, and then behind us, if I maybe rotate around here a little bit, you'll be able to see the athletes on the incredible kilter boards that we have here for them to warm up on. Now, I have warned them I'm going to come up here, so we're going to mingle with the athletes here and see if we can find some. In fact, Agat is looking very, very chilled down there on the mat. She just caught my eye. Agat, I'm sorry, it looks like you're doing absolutely nothing, so I've got to talk to you. Congratulations about semi-finals, first of all. How are you feeling tonight?
I feel good. It's great to climb with everyone and to be back. It's the first comp of the year, so it's great. We are with the French people. can't wait to climb.
Talking about the French people, as you say, Team France has sent quite a big team here. Was this always part of the strategy? Because as you said, this is the first comp of the year, right?
Yeah, I know. I don't know why. I think there's just like a movement in France around this comp, and that's why we all came. But like nothing to do with training or strategy, just like the vibe. It's like trendy to come here when you're French. So.
And final question, because I know you've got to get back to it. When you walk out and see the first boulder out there, what do you hope it's going to be? What kind of style?
I hope it'd be something a bit physical, but with jugs.
Physical jugs. All right, I'm not going to give it away, but best of luck again. I hope it goes well. Right, we're going to try to find some more people as my earphone falls out here. And I'm going to chat to Ange over here. Can I have a moment? Is that okay? He did say when I came up that let me get my T-shirt on. I spotted he's got your T-shirt on, so I can talk to you.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank
Perfect. There we go. Tell me about your off-season. I lost sight of the World Cups. You've presumably been away training. What have you been up to?
Yeah, pretty much the same as last year. So a lot of training, especially more physical preparation in the fitness. So yeah, I took some time off after the World Champs, and then I've been back at it since November.
You always look strong out on the wall. You had a good season last year. Were you just looking to sort of build on that momentum from 2025 into 2026?
Yeah, this year I decided to do a bit more of the master competitions just to get into the competitive flow before the season kicks off, and we have like team trainings and simulations. To mix things up a bit after all those years of like constant just training in the gym and then doing simulations and then going to the World Cups.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but you are the most, and I'm going to say veteran competitor here. You're the oldest competitor in the field. How does that make you feel?
A bit old, to be honest, yeah. But apparently I still got it to like compare to the younger guys.
Yeah. Mate, you absolutely have got it. You're in the finals once again. For people who are about to watch this competition, what makes Dock Masters special for you?
I think the fact that it's actually in the dock, like near the water, so the gym is like actually surrounded by the water, so the scenery is like pretty special. And also the feature of the wall, like the layout of the wall, is a bit special, so the boulders are always a bit different to a typical World Cup.
Really good to hear, man. Well, look, I'm going to let you get back to your warming up. I know this is a delicate process, and I'll see you in a bit. And this really is a delicate process, and this is kind of special because, as I said, you guys don't usually get to see this. Have you got a second to chat?
Quickly, yeah.
Quickly, how are you? Camera, quick. How are you feeling for the competition?
Well, my skin is sore, so
I can see you taping up.
Taping it up, yeah. For the 20 minutes of warming up I've got spare, but...
So this is real stressful taping. Not only am I talking to you, you've got a time limit here.
It's okay.
Obviously with the skin not being 100%, what have you been doing today to try to, last night, to try to grow some skin back?
Mainly just chill a lot. Yeah, don't add a lot of stressors, just chill. Yeah, it was quite late tonight, but got some good night of sleep, so it's fine, yeah.
That is it, and of course you're one of the hometown people, home country anyway. Are you looking forward to that support, or is it a bit intimidating when everyone is shouting your name?
No, I'm looking forward to it. Already today I've got a lot of support from friends who are also in the gym today, like, oh my God, nice, good job. So yeah, I only take it as support, yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, I'll let you get back to it. You're doing a very good taping job, by the way. What, the line down the middle of the finger, what's that about? That just keep the tape on?
Yeah, I don't know. I saw someone do it, and I tried it, and it worked really well. So I just kept doing it. Honestly, yeah.
That's good advice. Just follow someone else.
Maybe it's some really special science behind it, but I don't know.
We'll go with special science. I like the sound of that. Look, best of luck for the comp. I hope it goes well. I want to find Sam, who is jumping around at nearly landing. So in fact, I'm going to grab him. Sam, topless, looking just like a stud, sir. How are you doing this year?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm a bit tired from yesterday, but it's going to be great. Can't wait to climb tonight.
You've had an interesting off-season. You've been doing outdoor climbing, it seems, as much as indoor climbing. Congratulations with all of that.
Thank you.
Has that all been part of the plan to get you ready for the 2026 season, or do you just like doing different stuff?
No, I mean, it's my balance to climbing, actually. I love climbing outside, and I needed holidays, and it was holidays outside that finished well with some sense, but still I was just there to enjoy my climb and to be out of, the comp climbing area.
Yeah, well, you're back into the comp climbing bubble now with a vengeance. You look so good during semi-finals. Was it your set of boulders? Did you like the style, or were you just feeling good yesterday?
I was feeling good actually. I felt good since the last 2 months. It's getting better and better, and I'm finding more and more my flow on comps, so I can be regular now. It's cool, and I think it's going to be great tonight.
And of course, last question, because I know you've got to get back to it. You got a medal last year in the IFSC season. It meant a lot to you. I presume you're hoping for another one this year. Is that going to be your focus, is getting back on that podium?
Actually, I would love to be like regular on comp. I would prefer to do all the finals than getting back a medal, but if I can do the both, it could be better.
Okay, well, I can't wait to see you compete, and best of luck tonight. I hope it goes well, Sam. See you later. Right, I think that's almost the end of our time here. Of course, we've got some of our champions waiting as well. We can see the athletes getting ready, but we are very soon going to be moving away from this area. So if I just show you, Mr. Cameraman, I'm not sure we're going to get a shot of the gym, but walk with me this way anyway. We'll leave the athletes behind. Agat is doing somersaults, why not? Lucija Tarkus on the moon board, looking very good. So we will leave the athletes. The next time we will see them, of course, will be out on the mats. And let's go out there so I can just show you a little bit of the atmosphere here in the gym as we open the curtain so the athletes can't see. So as you can see behind me, the crowd has come in. They've been let into the building, and the tension is just bubbling away down there. We've seen the two contrasts from inside the isolation area, where it's nice and chill and quiet, and out here where the tension, the music starts to build. The athletes are ready, the boulders are set, and I know in a couple of minutes we're going to go over and talk to some of the setters out in the commentary box. But I'm pretty sure that Pete is in that commentary box right now with an athlete, in fact, and we're going to talk through some of the semi-finals that took place last night. So I'll leave you here. I'll go over to Pete, who is waiting, I hope, in the box.
Thanks, Matt. Great to see the behind the scenes. That's something that, as you know, we don't get to do at World Cups or almost any other competition. So the mindset of athletes warming up, some are pretty casual, some are very focused. Super, super fun to hear about that. Thanks for that, Matt. That was fantastic. I am sitting here with Maelys Agrapart and Theodor Schirkebo, and we're going to talk a little bit about the semifinals boulders from yesterday. Now, I know the fact that you're sitting here means that you're not climbing out there tonight, but you climbed strong yesterday. The boulders were pretty tough. I mean, overall, how did you feel the difficulty was? And, as a Dock Masters, it's an international level comp.
I really enjoyed the boulders. They were really different, something new. Not something you'd usually get at a local fun competition. I really enjoyed Dock Masters and the vibe of the boulders, the atmosphere, everything. So yeah, I really enjoyed them, and yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely about the vibes here at the Dock Masters. I mean, it's a light show. It's we get to really get into the good times. Theodor, how did you find it?
That was really cool. Great vibe, and the boulders were really sick as well. It was a very good mixture of like what the route setters tested us athletes at. It was like the first one was tricky, and then physical, and then more like pressy physical, and then the last one was a tricky slab as well.
Yeah, yes, I would say they did a very good job. And, we do sometimes expect to see less tops on a semifinal because we have to split such a large field down from 20 down to 6. So semifinals traditionally pretty difficult, and it did show that yesterday. Let's have a look at, I think we're going to start with the women's boulders. We're going to, a few highlights. We're just running through, Felicia, talk us through boulder one just a little bit here as we see Lily topping out.
So initially when I looked at the climb, obviously you don't see the climbs before you go onto the mat. The first move was very nice. It was easy. Then the rest of it was more about precision. So with your foot placement, hand placement, everything. The top section was a little bit tricky because it was not clear at all what had to be done. But eventually I figured out that you just have to want to immediately. So.
And then we see that was Georgia on 2. Now we got Heke here on this sort of very tricky slab boulder. It looked like it came down to the foot swap. How did you find this move through here?
I couldn't figure out the foot swap at all. It was quite hard because the feet are not good. They're slopey, and and after everybody has used them, they're awful. But the rest of it seemed okay. So. Yeah.
And then the last one is sort of the traverse run.
I really enjoyed this boulder. It was really my style. The jump into the zone was really nice, and you could kind of like chill there. The rest of it, again, was really nice and flowy. I found it quite difficult to lift up my foot, but I figured out beta exactly like that. Oh, okay.
Exactly like that.
And yeah, I made it work for me, but I really enjoyed the boulder. It was really nice and flowy, so yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for your insight. We're going to jump right in. Men's one, Theodor. This move.
Yeah, the first move was actually not too bad. I think basically all of the athletes did that. But this is the tricky section. For me, it was really hard to weight the foot. I feel like here I tried to just jump. You can see he like pushes himself over and then he gets the hold and the foothold. So for him, it doesn't even look too bad, but this was really hard. And also the top section here was really tricky. A lot of people fell here. And I think the reason was because, okay, he even goes left hand.
And watch the foot swap. We didn't see anyone else do that.
No. Yeah, this is really impressive stuff. Because most people that did the top, they crossed to the top hold and then put the foot on the zone hold. Or not the zone hold, but the hold that's brushing now.
Yeah. Because not most people. Then we have Slava here on Boulder 2. This was a power fest.
Yeah, this was really hard. It's super hard, and the top especially, I actually managed to get here as well to the last move, and I could feel just my skin being super slippery because you had been on the wall for such a long time and tried so hard during the first part as well. So there was actually no one that ended up topping that boulder.
No, it was really stout. And this one too, very limited, expensive boulder, not a lot of tops.
Yeah, very few tops in general. But this was also very friction dependent, super hard. The way that Guillermo does this is insane. Like I actually managed to top this boulder and it suits me incredibly well. But I did some tricky heel hook stuff. He just goes beast mode.
Yeah, and then this thing.
Yeah,
grief.
also insanely hard. Like the start was really tricky about stepping on the feet, and when you get the zone, it was a really hard step up with your left foot. You had to do like a pistol squat, and it was really uncomfortable. And then some crimpy shenanigans at the top.
Exactly, and Paul, one of the taller climbers, managed to bump over and over and over here. And this sort of made it happen. I mean, so overall, a stout round. When you are just about ready to step on the mat, do you say to yourself, these are going to be hard boulders, I'm going to enjoy them? Or do you say, these are going to be hard boulders and I just hope for the best? Like, what's the last sentence you say before you start your semifinal round?
Maybe more hope for the best, because when it's hard boulders, you might... It might be a little more luck involved, because you might have one boulder that suits you really well that you end up topping, and then other boulders, it doesn't really matter that they doesn't suit you because no one is doing them anyways. So for like the best athletes, it might be annoying because it might be a bit more bingo, but I mean, look at the final. The strongest people are in there anyways. So
and it's I love the way you say that. It essentially it all shakes out in the wash at some point because the strong climbers will make it happen. I remember I looked at, you could see Artur, it sort of finished his round with one top and was a little bit despondent. And then as you saw the round progress, you're like, one top is going to be your ticket into the final. And for quite a while on the women, it was one top as well.
Yeah, it was.
And when you finish, so I'm going to go on the other side of that spectrum. When you finish your round and you think you've done okay, are you like just auto-refreshing the results page, or are you chilling out? Like, what's your go-to when you finish the last boulder?
Well, luckily the results are like on the big screen downstairs, so you see everything. But seeing the better athletes have way better results is kind of upsetting. So yeah, there's not really much I can say about that.
And do you stick around to watch the other climbers, or do you need a little alone time after?
Yeah, because it's good to learn from other athletes, of course, and see how they work their way through the boulders. So.
Yeah, I love that, and I think that's really important. If some young competitors out there that maybe you want to go and revert back into yourself and put your headphones on and kick rocks for a while, but there's so much to be learned from watching, not necessarily even better climbers, but just climbers who climb differently than you and seeing how they worked out a boulder that you weren't able to do. There's so much to be learned there. I imagine every competition has that opportunity.
Absolutely, yeah.
Sure.
What's sort of next for your season? What's on the agenda for both of you?
We actually just both discussed that. I think we're both planning on doing most of the European Cups.
Okay.
Because, I mean, their level is a bit lower. We have a better chance of making semis and finals and testing ourselves. And then maybe...
some World Cups.
Yeah.
And what's the national team selection process like for both of you for World Cups?
For World Cups, we don't have many people in the senior category in Bulgaria, Team Bulgaria, so I have a higher chance of going to competitions. But we do have selection events, which will be through February and March, back to back. So.
Okay, so you got to dial in a little bit.
Yes.
Yes. Well, good luck to both of you on however you choose to run your seasons. Thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate your insight. And you're going to go watch some finals, yeah?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, it's going to be good. All right. We are going to have a quick look at the atmosphere in the gym. The people have come in now. You can see the MCs are throwing out some prizes to keep everybody interested. And this is how we trick them we trick them into staying excited by promising them gifts as long as they sit and cheer for us whenever we want them to. Matt has trickled back into the booth here, spending a little bit of time in isolation.
Yes, hello, how you doing, mate?
Good, man. How was that in there? It was pretty good.
It was very interesting. I mean, it always is in isolation. And as much as I always tell people that, we shouldn't be in there, blah, 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 I do quite like being in there. It's just a chance to see what the athletes are like when they're not on the mats. Because I think you enter this mode where you're a professional athlete, there's a crowd there. But for me, looking at how they're warming up, watching the little games they might be playing, like one versus the other in the wall. Not saying any of that's going on, but there were some pretty hard kilter-ball sessions hitting there. But it's always interesting to me, and I think it's a chance for, as a commentator, you get to scope out how people are feeling, and the ones who are perhaps a bit more nervous. But the general atmosphere there is super chill. Like, everyone is calm. Sam especially was very relaxed. Anjay, chatting to him, just very happy to have a conversation. So I think at the moment, they're all in that phase where it's a fun competition, this. But I reckon once that music starts, they come out onto the mats because there's prize money on it.
There's money. There's real money. 12,000 euro on the line for Dockmasters. So as you say, yes, it's not a World Cup. Yes, it's not points for national. There's all these sort of things that it isn't, but it is absolutely, it's a big tune-up event. It's a chance to maybe even eye up some of your competitors going into the bouldering season. Yeah. And it's a chance to put some pocket money in and maybe go buy yourself some new shoes.
Exactly that. And selection. We've got to talk about selection. Yeah. And especially teams like France. I don't know if you heard the interview. I chatted to Agathe. I was like, was this part of the plan? She was like, no, we just happened to come along. However, it's quite a good way of showing your selectors that you should be considered. And if you do well at a comp like this, you're probably ready to step it up a little bit. Yeah. But listen, we've been talking about the athletes. I think it's time we saw a full list of our athletes. So these are the athletes who have got through from a big qualifying pool into semis. And of course, Pete, just 6 made it here.
Just 6. And now, as you were saying earlier, just 3 podium spots. So we're going to take half of these climbers and we're going to say thanks, but not enough. And then we're going to reward those other 3 with a little bit of pocket money, a little bit of fame, a bottle of champagne. So these are your finalists. Those were your finalists.
Yeah, and there were some big names in there. We circled our favourites. I think let's talk about just straight favourites, shall we? Because we've got a little bit of time before things start here. I think for the men, you can't look past Samuel Richard at the moment. Yeah. Top qualifier, looking very relaxed. I think he's the one to beat for the men.
As much as I would love to disagree with you because it would give us a little bit of fodder back and forth, I'm not going to disagree with you on the men's side.
Who's going to give him a push then?
I mean, I think Artur has it in him. He's last year's champion. He does have a sense of occasion, the ability to dial it up. I know that he said he thinks he could have climbed better yesterday and a couple of things to clean up. Maybe he tops 2 boulders or 3 boulders. So I think you have Artur with a bit of fire is a dangerous Artur.
And you could see him, angry is the wrong word, but when he started yesterday, having not qualified in the best position, he was going for it in semis. And I think we'll see him step up, you're correct.
Yeah.
For the women, things I think are a little bit more open in terms of straight favourites. But Lily Agrapart, again, top spot qualifier, nothing really seemed to phase her yesterday.
No, every boulder was just, okay, yeah, I'll climb this boulder. Yeah. Okay, yes, I'll climb this boulder. But also, Agathe basically had that same approach.
She's your favorite, right?
She's my favorite for tonight. I think she has what it takes. I liked what I saw in sort of reading boulders and movement yesterday, decision making, and I think in a final, the decision making is a big part of the equation, the mental game. Obviously, execution's hard, but we also have this idea where maybe in that collaborative viewing of the boulders, you get a little bit of information from someone else that you wouldn't have thought up on your own. So sometimes it does downplay whether or not you can solve boulders on your own.
And of course, we're ignoring last year's champion,
which we really shouldn't be, but
yes, she's also in the mix. Yeah, a very powerful climber. And having seen the set out there, though, and we're not going to give too much away, but the cave not in action yet. So those power climbers might be a little bit disappointed when they walk into the mats.
Yeah, and they don't know. So they know what the finals wall looks like because they climbed on it yesterday and they see it all the time. And when I talked to Amber yesterday and I said, what do you hope to walk out to? She said a slab. So they do have that, like, where are we going to be? And it's not in the finals. They don't just go right to left or left to right like they do in the semis, which is simply just organizationally simpler. So you're right. They might be like, oh, I want to come out of the gate fired up and crank on a power boulder. And then they're going to see the empty cave and go, oh, no.
Well, there is Omar, one of my cameramans here, standing in said empty cave. I'm imagining this thing is going to be used for the second half of this competition when it's reset, but that cave really is a feature, and it's not often you see a cave that big in a comp pool.
And if you imagine that when we had to climb Wow, I just made up two
Clamber?
different words.
Clam?
Cram.
Cram. I see.
Cram 2 boulders into that space. You could make a long, horrible stamina boulder.
Oh, have you seen something that you're not telling us?
I have not. I'm just looking at the shape and saying if they wanted to, they could create something long and powerful instead of short and punchy. The cave is big.
Interesting. Well, look, we're seeing our wall now. We're waiting for the athletes themselves. In a couple of minutes, I'm going to leave you, Pete, and we're going to bring in our route setters to talk us through the boulders. So let me tell you what the athletes are doing right now. They will have warmed up. They will now be being gathered at our sites, but with their kit on, any sponsor logos and stuff. They'll make sure they look presentable, ready for the audience. They'll then be escorted through our crowd and introduced to them. And then it's business time, really. Time to crank on those climbs. And it is kind of a busy evening, isn't it? You've gone through the schedule, I'm presuming.
We have not gone through the schedule yet. So we're going to go, we sort of hinted at the format earlier, but we're going to go talk to some route setters now, but then the athletes are going to preview their first 2 boulders, and they get 2 minutes each to look at those boulders. They can talk about it and bounce back and forth. Then they're going to climb those boulders. Then we take a break. So we have a 30-minute gap, and we're going to pull those first 2 boulders off, and we're going to put 2 more boulders back on. It allows the route setters to use their favorite parts of the wall, maybe make some broader boulders.
Okay.
And the athletes are going to go back into isolation. And then in a little Dockmaster's secondary twist, we're going to flip the order, and they're going to come out on the last 2 boulders in the position they're currently standing in.
Okay.
And the hope then, of course, in the perfect scenario, is that the last climber wins the comp on the last boulder with the clock coming down to 5 seconds, maybe 2 seconds. So that's the moment that we're teeing up for you.
The Hollywood script has
Yeah,
been written, but we need to now make it work.
Depending on your level of conspiracy theory, it's either actually been planned out, and that's what we're holding here, is who's going to win and when, or you believe that the boulders will just shake the climbers into their podium positions.
We're going to have to find out in a couple of minutes. But all of that is ahead, of course, and we're just waiting for the athletes to be brought out into the arena, a moment for them to celebrate. And if you're on YouTube and you're watching this live, usually I have it up on my phone, but I can't find it right now. But you can send us messages, and make sure you send the athletes you're supporting either a heart, send them some cheering, whatever you want to do, because they do come back and look at the chat afterwards. And studies have shown that if you engage with the climber, they win. So do go and join us for that. And if we see any questions, we'll, of course, try to answer them. Right, well, in the background, I can hear the DJ starting to drop a tune here. We've got a little bit of a pause.
We're teeing up the room here, sort of get the, it's a slow burn out there, right? You can't start at 100 with the crowd. They're going to be in here for a little while. So they've been milling around. There's a bar, if you're not familiar.
Is there?
With, yes, there, we're not allowed to go yet.
Right,
Yeah.
well, if someone's listening at the bar and they want to bring me some refreshments, feel free.
We can order up from the bar.
Can we, though? We should try. Sometimes when I do this at comps, someone appears with a glass of something, but I'm not sure.
It cracks me up because I've also done this. Anyone listening at home want to text someone in the gym to bring me a beer, and every now and then it works.
Hey, I never mentioned beer. Now, look, the athletes are out by the dock that the Dockmasters comp is named after. They're just waiting. Our camera team is there to capture all the moments. And the nerves are going to be bubbling away for them right now because, regardless of the fact that this is, a domestic competition, they will still want to win this thing.
Absolutely. Everybody wants to win. That's why they show up. That's why they come and pull down. So we're going to chat to some route setters while we go through the preview. We're going to get their insight. I mean, they are the ones that put the screws in the holes and put them up on the wall. So we're going to hear from the best.
Yes, so I think we go down to the arena now, and then we will return with the setters in a couple of seconds. I'm going to leave this space free.
Okay.
Pete, I'll see you in a few minutes.
See you in a few.
Energiehaven, zijn jullie er klaar voor?
Are you ready to meet our finalists? So, first, for the female climbers from Slovenia, she's very strong on lead. Tonight, here to show you what she can do on boulder, Lucija Tarkus.
And then give it up for our first male athlete. He's gonna give his best tonight from Austria, Julian Wimmer.
En hier ben ik persoonlijk best wel heel erg trots op. Ik ben ongelooflijk blij dat zij erbij is vanavond om ons te representeren. Tweemaal Nederlands kampioen boulder, Amber Schiffelaars. Amber Schiffelaars, kom lekker staan, goed je te zien.
And it's an absolute honor to welcome back to Dogmasters last year's champion from France, Arthur Rebolo.
Last year she took second place on Dogmasters. Of course tonight she's eyeing first Selma El Hadj Mimoun.
And another returning Dogmaster, he came third in 2024, all the way from Bulgaria, Slav Kirov.
And from France, a strongly represented team tonight. Top 3 boulders yesterday, top 10 world boulder ranking, Agathe Callier.
This is a big name. Number 8 on our world boulder ranking list, from Slovenia, Antje Behardt.
And I want you to focus, and I want you to give it your all for our reigning Dogmaster champion of last year from Italy, Giorgia Tesio. Ready to defend her title.
And next, he qualified best yesterday, and he's our second best semi-finalist, fighting to win tonight, Guillermo Bernardo Franjanio.
And then, our highest qualified female climber, give it up, let her know she's welcome here, Lily Abria.
And last but certainly not least, our youngest climber tonight, from the French national team, Samuel Richard.
Dit zijn ze dan, de finalisten van Dogmasters 2026. Binnen enkele momenten zullen zij beginnen met het inlezen van de eerste 2 boulders. En weet je wat ik nou ontzettend leuk zou vinden? Als we daar samen even naartoe zouden aftellen. Dat ik zelfs achteraan 10 hoor, rechts van me 10 hoor, links 10 hoor. Dat is voor jullie dus ook achteraan, rechts en links. Ik wacht nog op het seintje. Volgens mij zijn we zover. Laten we aftellen. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inlezen!
All right. That is the athlete introduction. They get their moment in the sun, and then they're going to get 2 minutes to preview their boulders. I am very pleased to be up in the booth with 2 of some of the most talented route setters we get at the Dogmasters. So 2 of the best. Remi and Anna, thank you so much for joining me. And we're going to just talk me through a little bit the mindset, like what are you going for? Like what are you trying to evoke when you put up these final boulders? And we're looking here at women's boulder number 1 and men's boulder number 1. I think we're going to just pick one and we'll talk through it.
Okay, the idea behind boulder number 1 was to have something tricky to climb, not so clear about the beta to use during climbing. So it will be a fast start and a risky move to the left. Then out of balance stand up, and the last part is more about understanding how to go to the top with this big ball that it's a bit in your way. So we'll see.
So, and when you come out and think about where you want to set a boulder, do you see the shape of the wall and then have a boulder idea, or do you have an idea in your head and you try and make it fit? Like which chicken and egg, which one comes first?
It's kind of a mix. You choose the profile, you divide the wall, and you see which hole you have to use, and then you adapt a bit to the hole that you have to use.
And is there a little bit of strategy behind a risky boulder at first out of isolation, or a powerful boulder first out of isolation? Are you trying to, you're trying to get the athletes to be thinking how you want them to be thinking?
It's more that we think before to have the most diverse round possible, to give the chance to each athlete to show their best on different styles. So, and then we mix a bit, maybe some boulder are a mix of 2 different abilities.
Fair enough. And now we're going to scooch over. I mean, that went very quickly as it happened. So, Remi, talk to me a little bit about boulder number 2 here on the men's side. What are we looking at? I mean, I went down some big, brutal pinches.
Yes, you mean the boulder number 2 for men's, the yellow one on the left?
Sorry, yes.
This is the coordination of the final. So the boulder where we push as far as possible the risk, the spectacular moves also. Okay. So we have two steps. The first one to reach the zone, which is a small introduction. We play with this first step something not too hard because they need also time and they need to have attempt to try the top. But we use this step to make the ranking also because you know that the attempt for the zone are important to split the climbers. And then the second part is more the main show of this boulder where, yes, on this situation, we took the risk to play with supposed to be one of the hardest in the final.
Okay.
So we'll see. It's always a prediction, but I mean, we try to push them on this one.
Excellent. I mean, we like to see them push, and really, when it comes down to it, they like to be pushed, or they want to have to try their hardest to climb the boulders, and it's hard to find that level, isn't it?
Yes, it's the hardest part of the job, basically. Because if you push too much, then it's your top.
And you just miss. And so how much do you do, as we look at the women's second boulder here, how much do you watch the semifinal and do you make tweaks between the semifinal and the final?
It's the job that we did during the comp. We maybe do some moves that can give us information for the next round, and then we speak all together to have different point of view.
Well, I mean, you guys have been doing an excellent job all weekend. The finals boulders look delicious. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. We're excited to watch them climb your boulders. I hope you're excited too.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
See you in a bit.
Bye-bye.
So a little bit of a delay here. They're just rebriefing the athletes on, of all things, man, the format.
Well, let's talk about the format. Let's talk about the +4. It's a format, I'll be honest, I'm quite happy has disappeared from some broadcasts, but everyone seems to go crazy for +4. So explain what it is, Pete.
So 4+, if you've been watching World Cups recently, you will not have seen it. If you're a little bit more gray in the beard, you will remember 4+ very fondly. Just in time. So what it means is the clock is 4 minutes, but if you have established the start, when the clock runs out, you can finish that attempt. Now, what it allows for is some pretty dramatic last boulder magic. What it also allows for is people who are able to rest on the start move of a boulder,
infinite boulders,
spending a lot of time, and then all of a sudden you have an infinite clock, and everyone else is sort of that isn't climbing that boulder is sort of waiting it out. So
Which
the
is
reason
fun.
they took it away.
It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
But you do play this sort of like the floor is lava game, where you just sort of get off the ground and then shake out and chalk up. It's entertaining. So if you've never seen it before, you'll enjoy that.
Yeah,
so the athletes are being rebriefed on that one. And this is part of being an athlete, really. You know, technical incidences happen. You have to sort of roll with it. So it's good practice for them.
It's good practice for us as well, because by this point we should be into the show.
We should be deep. I've got a whole list
we got
of
a list of things that we're talking about.
We're in the middle of nowhere right now.
Okay.
We're going to be doing this thing called filling, but we're going to do it very, very well because we are professionals.
It's basically our job. It's basically our whole job.
Allegedly. So we could go climb for them instead.
We could indeed.
It's a little demo.
So good look at the boulders, a little bit of insight from Remi and Anna. We looked at them earlier, and you and I, we've climbed long enough to at least have an idea of how things maybe could or should be done. But they do, as you get closer to them, they get more and more imposing. That women's number 1 just, I mean, if you walked out and that was the first boulder you previewed, you'd be mad.
That'd be intense, wouldn't it? And I think what people don't realize at home as well is friction and the size of these things. So, you know, you see a giant hold on the screen, especially the pinches on that red one. The pinch is like that wide, and it's not like there's a lot of friction on it. So it's very smooth. It feels compy, you know, ever so slightly slippery. They're very used to it, but it does make everything harder. But there are holds on one of the boulders. You know, the one, I can't remember which one it is now. Which is the one down on the
men's boulder
right?
one has a hold on it.
It has two holds,
yeah,
doesn't it? You know, I was jokingly like, I think I could do that. I do think I could do that first move, but crimp to crimp, then you've got a tricky section up top, and that crimp to crimp move will burn you out. So yeah, the boulders are harder than they look, is what I'm trying to say to you out there. Yeah.
And I was going to conversely, men's boulder number 2, I do not think I could do the start off.
Right, well, the athletes are ready, we're being told. So let's go down to our arena and get this competition underway, shall we?
We shall.
We shall we? No, we shan't.
No, we
shan't. I'm just going to carry on talking. You see, that was almost a perfect
It was
throw.
almost perfect.
You're right. Our first two are up. Lucija Tarkus on the right-hand side from Slovenia. And then our first athlete for the men, Julian Weimer, will be out onto the stage. 4 minutes on the clock, of course, that +4. The buzzer goes, the athlete's turn, and we are underway for Dock Masters 2026. And climbing is a pair, Pete, at the beginning.
Yes, and also you see them start on the boulders, they'll jump on almost right away because they had that preview boulder run was the most fresh in their mind. In the semi-final run, there was a lot of thinking. There's the move you and I could both do.
And he can as well.
Yeah.
Julian launches. Gets harder from here on, though, because that right hand's not great, and you've got to levitate around the corner, which he does.
There's no feet, and there's still no feet for this move, depending on what you think that left is. It's tiny.
Lucija Tarkus underway. The start of women's one is hard. That press position, all about the shoulders, the kind of upper back is hurting in there. And of course, you've got to squeeze yourself into a space. I think it's one of those where if you're a bit taller, it might be a bit more beneficial, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Some people like to be a little bit more stretched out, but then while you're thinking about leaving that start position, it's fatiguing to stand there as a starfish, and you see that the transition from right to left, I think, is going to be what poses the initial problem.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. And a reminder, everyone at home, we're not using the decimal point scoring system of world climbing. We're now using back to the old zones and tops. We do have a scoreboard. We'll show you at regular interviews. And I hope someone will paste in the live scoring into the YouTube chat, because that was quite useful yesterday.
And if you're good at typing while someone's talking, it's dockmasters.nl/scores.
Very well remembered.
I wrote it down several times yesterday.
This is
after
why
all.
you're a professional.
Yeah, Lucia does make the transition move and does get into this massive. This will give you the perspective of how big that zone hold is.
Yeah, you're being pushed right backwards. There is a side pull to be had. It's blocked as well, but she's got it now. And then one pop around the corner of this volume where a photographer waits for her. Gets herself set here. That left hand is rubbish, isn't it?
It's so terrible, and it's just about getting the right position. You see her already, she's swapped feet twice, trying to find something that feels comfortable. However,
got to be a top for Lucija Tarkus. She gets it done with 2 minutes left on the clock. Good start for her there.
Great start. She'll be happy. They're not expecting to flash all the boulders, Matt. They're expecting to get out and get punched in the face a little bit. So a top is a top. Flashes, of course, they're nice. And in the zone and top format, a flash to zone or a flash to top is going to get you just a shade ahead of someone else, so we want to minimize the number of attempts. So they're always trying to do it in the least number of tries. That's always the goal, but when the boulders are this hard, it's also a rarity.
Now, Julian's had 2 goes at this so far. This is attempt number 3 as he launches into that slippy hold on the right hand. And then left. It's very powerful, this kind of a boulder. You know, slopers like that, you need so much compression strength, and it's not easy to get that back in 4 minutes.
No, and also it's really hard to leave compression, Matt. Like when you're in compression, you think I could stay here for a while, but having to explode out of compression, it's a complex movement pattern. And you saw him earlier when he was doing the move after this. It looked like he was stepping on a foot. In fact, no, he's smearing off the wall. There is no left foot down there.
Yeah, not a lot to go for Julian, and less than a minute to figure it out now as he comes up to what will be his last attempt. I'd expect him to wind the clock down here. You know, that last go, not the best. He needs to get something back.
Yeah, so he's going to give himself a little bit of that rest. And also in this format, they have nearly 20 minutes usually between boulders 1, 2, and then they have a long time between 3 and 4, between the boulders. So they can put a little more effort in because it's not that 4 minutes of rest. It's a good, solid 20 minutes of rest. So he should go full effort here on his last try, but as you say, he'll wind it down for the plus attempt.
Yeah, exactly. One last chance for Julien here. The other athletes are already waiting on the right-hand side. We'll get Amber and Arthur up in a minute. 13 seconds left for Julien. He really is running this down zone only.
No, and you get sweaty. You're like, just get on at 10.
Yeah, this
There's
is...
don't, why just get on at 10?
And I think our clock is accurate as well.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure. Maybe he's just going to go straight for the zone. If not, he's really missed time this one. But of course, the 4, what am I talking about?
Yeah.
+4.
You're fine.
Oh, I forgot my own rule.
They just stress me out when they wait that long. So back up through here, trying to find a smear that works. I think he's actually trying to get in a T-nut hole there.
Floor is lava, though.
Has
it does touch it, so he'll be gone on that one. I forgot about the 4+, and I just said it.
That's okay. That's okay. We are professionals.
I mean, allegedly. Right, there is Amber. I chatted to her in isolation earlier on. She seemed quite relaxed and chilled. And there's
Arthur, stone cold and a wink.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you see a wink?
I saw a tiny wink.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm a bit scared from that one.
A little bit. I think that was his intention.
All right.
Yeah, and maybe after we talked about it yesterday, you've had time to think about your on-camera moment.
True.
They've had time to think about it. Amber, I think, is always just in a good mood.
Yeah. Arthur just glares into our souls. Dockmasters. Fair enough. I'm not going to mess with this man. I'm going to say only positive things. So he's going to pull on for his splash go.
And Amber had a... That's good stuff. They learn very quickly, these athletes, Matt.
Yeah, that press position is good. That left hand is good that she's going to, but it's the right hand that's rubbish. And look at this from the angry man. Arthur is up into the slopey hold. There's the zone. That's not going to count, though. Should we explain zones a little bit? You can't just touch it like that. You've got to show to the judge that you're using it. So they'll be looking for hips to move, maybe a little direction shift. It doesn't have to be a lot, but you have to show control and movement.
Absolutely. We've evolved that rule all the way up until we stopped using it completely. And it has been a point of contention off and on. But you will... we'll probably have a moment where we'll have a debate of didn't they get the zone hold, and will allow us to dig a little further in. But it's generally pretty clear to the judges. You show a little bit of you've used it in some possible way.
And the wording of it is very interesting. I've been privy to meetings where they've discussed this, and it's just so hard to try to put into a judge sort of a sentence to describe how to use a zone hold. But as you say, we'll keep an eye out. Right, 2 athletes still climbing here. That launch left, Amber is just not managing to stick the sort of barn door, the swing off.
And it's a move they see. The barn door position is something they get thrown out all the time, but they're all slightly different. The foothold can be, as we see here, quite large, but it's low and not necessarily going to be useful. It ends up being really a lot of core strength and a lot of squeezing all the things that aren't on the wall.
Yeah. All right, well, the athlete's running down the time. That +4, as I just discovered, means you can really run down the
You can really run down the goal. Artur, he's going to go once here for sure. Give himself a good rest. It's a powerful, powerful boulder.
Yeah, he launched that block crimp. The right hand is harder, though. He's got to keep going. Speed is the key through this section.
Yes, I agree with you.
And that'll be his zone.
Moving quickly.
Yeah,
good stuff here.
This toe hook is cool. You lean right back on it. Trust the toe rubber. It's like a no-foot launch.
And I kind of like the way he went. I thought it was going to be more of a Gaston into that shoulder. We talked about it. It looked pretty shouldery. It's still shouldery. But interesting to go thumb in. And I maybe thought they would match. But I like what he's doing there.
Yeah, he shook his head, though. I think it's very, very powerful up there. So he's not quite there yet. And Amber isn't either.
There's a point, Matt, and if you watched the broadcast yesterday or if you're familiar with competition climbing, there's a point in which you decide if you have to dip into plan B. Amber has been doing essentially the same thing, hasn't really sped it up or slowed it down. Maybe there's a solution to be had in there. And they would have talked about it. So when they're previewing that, they do share some beta.
Yeah, no, they do. And it's certainly not quite going to plan at the moment for Amber. As you said, something different needed maybe, but what? That's the question. This is a replay of how close Julien came. So toe was in, hit this, and then he was looking for the bump and check the left hand. It's trying to compress and stop that movement. He was a long way off at that time.
Yeah, he was moving, ejecting from the wall instead of moving up and to the right. But to be fair, that the handhold that he's using as the foot is now then blocked by the hold above it. So it's, the angles, it doesn't take much in competition boulders to put the angle in a disadvantageous position for them.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, 13 seconds. Remember, if you pull off, you're okay. You've got that time in hand. See, this is why I struggle with the 4+. It's the waiting. I'm like, come on.
Just do it.
Amber might have to run on very quickly.
And she will get it.
That was cool.
Yeah, so a couple of last-ditch attempts here. Artur, as you say, needs to move quick here. Amber not quite. Does stick the zone again.
So here we go, final few holes for Artur on his last go. If he touches the ground, it's all done. He hasn't got the left toe in. He's now looking at it. I don't think he's left himself room for it either.
A little change of plans. Is he just going to go big? Yeah.
I didn't quite know, didn't he? I think he was looking for the match, maybe the right hand up, trying to do it more statically. Didn't quite work. Okay, next two up. Selma Maminue is there on stage. Came second last year.
I love that. That's good energy from Slav.
Looks happy, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. Happy to be climbing in a final. There's a lot to be said for making a final. I know it's not, they all want to be on the podium, but you should always be pretty happy with getting into that top 6 spot.
Yeah, it's job done from semis, isn't it? You can enjoy it now. And Selma just slipped off that time, but good first attempt, that.
Slav doing essentially the same thing. We're not going to see a lot of difference in beta at the opening of this boulder, but we might see a lot of difference here. Looking very comfortable, though.
His teammate Valencia was in the commentary box with you earlier on. Should be cheering him on now. Slav is a move away. This looks really compressed.
Wow.
That was well done.
That was very well done. I mean, I wouldn't say that he didn't struggle, but he made it look very doable.
I think going through there a little bit more slowly, static like he did, is the better option rather than that big jump and compress. I think the compress could work, but you're going to need a lot of beans in the bean. In
the bean department?
I don't know. I had now I'm thinking about my breakfast. I had a very nice baked bean baking combo, a little bit of brie in there.
That's very British of you.
Very British, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we're very close to Britain. This is unusual for me. I'm nearby. Right, this was the top. Did it differently, as you can see. Dropped the feet down. It was all about that left foot that took some weight off his arms. And then into the top hole, this final move, of course, the match needed. Have we got any comments coming through?
We got a few things here. People sort of saying, most people are asking, there's a lot of Dutch in the chat, actually, right now. We had a couple come on Sams, a little when it's going to begin. Yeah, so we haven't really settled into the chat too much just yet. Someone has pinned the comment. I believe Dockmaster Florian, who's the brains behind the Dockmasters, pinned the scores into the chat. He did it yesterday as well. Somebody asking about Jongwon, who was here.
I heard this. I haven't seen him.
I didn't see him, so either maybe he got hurt, maybe he just didn't climb particularly well. I didn't know that I saw him on the qualifying results list.
No. I'm mates with him as well, so he's turned up and hasn't told me. I'm very
disappointed.
Where I'm disappointed. Maybe he doesn't like me anymore.
This would be this would be how you find out.
This is starting.
Yeah. So Selma really fighting through the beginning of this boulder. Hasn't quite solved it.
And you're on your own out there as well. And, you know, although obviously you're not working as a partner, it does feel a bit weird when your partner goes away from the stage. So
yeah,
he's left. She's kind of alone.
Yeah, it's sort of your shield. At least you think that the crowd's watching them for a while. You're not all by yourself out there.
Very true. And that is the crowd sold out event here at Dockmasters. And this is a commercial gym, and it's not being used for competitions. And that comp wall is always available, so you can come and check it out.
And there's always good boulders in this gym.
So, last minute-ish.
Ooh, almost.
Better from Selma that time. Yes, that volcano hold is a good one, the one left of where she's brushing now, but it's just the way you're jumping into it, which is hard. If you were slightly underneath it, it'd be a simple jug.
Yeah, it's decent, right? But it's kind of got a wide lip to it. You can't like get inside it. You're just sort of
no jibs in there.
No.
Like that. No. Straightforward climbing for Selma. She's got 50 seconds to do it.
She's just gonna. You spend a lot of time. Matt, I competed for a long time, and sometimes I like being in my own head. Sometimes it's a dangerous place. You're standing on the mat. A lot of things run through your mind, and sometimes it's, oh my goodness, why do I even do this? But here we go. Selma does make it work.
She's made it, hasn't she? Right, top section to come here. This will be the zone. The whole volume is the zone, not the white jibs, as you can see by the line of the zone. And this move now, not really much for your right foot. It's got to launch with the right hand. Really good.
Does it. Very clean.
Another top then.
Good stuff. And Anna was, as she was saying, the way that last move is presented, the size of that hold is designed to put you out of position to move in the direction you wish you were moving in. And you can see it there.
Well, Agat told me in the interview she wanted a slab with some jugs on it. She's kind of got that, to be fair. And then Anže Pahak looking very, very chilled. Again, I said to him at the beginning, you know, you're technically the oldest member here. He was like, I know I feel so old. And the man's only 28, for goodness sake.
Isn't that crazy? It's a real statement about where the competition climbing circuit is right now. The teenagers are podiums.
They are winning, yes. Now, Agathe has your money on her, so let's see if she can prove you right here.
I'm just going to quietly watch every time she pulls on. She does match this boulder almost perfectly.
Andrzej's in cruise control.
He is.
Is he going to do his power fleet? Yes, he's going to try it, isn't he? He could slow that down a bit, I think. So he might reset for the next one.
Yeah, the idea of matching that is appealing, but the reality, I think, is quite another story.
Yeah, not really any feet to be had through there either. So he'll have another look. I mean, you have got that left foot, which we saw someone sit on. Who was it? Who was it? Artur sit
Artur sat on it, yeah. And you know, thank you to our brushing crew. They do get a good seat, but they do have a job to do. And every now and then you see athletes brush their own holds, but for the most part, it's fun to watch climbers just sort of point, be like, a little brush up there, please, thank you.
Yeah, well done, team.
And it's a forced pause, brushing holds sometimes, but it does serve a real purpose. If you're not that familiar with indoor climbing in general, the chalk will build up, and it does rob you of some of that friction. It gets feeling like a little bit of like ball bearings under your fingers, but you don't want the holds to be completely bare either, because then there's a bit of a moisture feel. So there's a perfect balance of having some chalk, but not too much chalk, and everyone has a preference. So some will brush a lot more than others.
Yeah, and Agathe got a gasp from the audience there. She was close to sticking that left hand that time. You get the feeling it's on the way for her. And with 2 minutes 20 on the clock, it'd be about time to latch that move.
Get a good look at the opening. Just a little hop, and then the footless work, it serves to give you a little bit of a pump. Moving very quickly though, Andrzej.
He's got to, hasn't he? Speed is your key through here. Don't give yourself time to sweat off it, but he doesn't know what to do with the feet. There is this toe hook, heel hook, Brad.
Heel, tough to release.
I'm amazed he hasn't got a foot on. Now he does.
This looks good. This looks good.
One move away then. He's got to match it somehow, and he does. Good work from Andrzej.
Really good. Honestly, when he put the heel up, I thought that's going to pop.
It's a long, stretched out move for him. He's tall, though. And Agathe's got to grips with the bottom of her boulder. Up with the right hand, but slip, quick slip.
Yeah.
Maybe left hand needed. Maybe.
Yeah, didn't want to maybe do a swap. There's a million questions every time someone falls off. We're always curious and guessing about why they made a decision that they could have done differently. And I always wonder in a final, especially if there's teammates, and you see two people make the same decision that's different from someone else, like, you know, did they talk about that? Did they talk about, oh, we should match that, or you should skip this? And then you can get into a bit of tunnel vision, especially when you have someone else that agreed with you earlier, and then you're stuck going, but we talked about it, and we said it was the right way to do it, and you can be maybe hesitant to try something different on a boulder, and you only have 4 minutes.
Yeah, can she repeat this move, though? She's got to do this first of all, just about.
Does. Okay.
Now, went up with the right hand before. Not much for the feet. Does go left hand this time.
There we go. Oh, and just sort of trying to wrestle into a little bit higher, maybe gives you a little bit of better purchase. Tough to tell for sure. She is really fighting with it.
Yeah, and time is against her now. Less than 30 seconds. She'll wind it right down, I think, at this point. But yeah, as you said, going backwards. Just not backwards, but not making any progress that time. It went up with the right hand, but the foot, there's no jib on that volume, and that's really, when you're trying to compress like that with your full palm, you want a foot. She doesn't have it to play with.
Yeah, the size of the foothold, it's a large volume, but what we're looking for is something to actually stand and give you opposition.
Yeah, an edge.
So just because it's big doesn't mean it's good. Oh, and that's the danger of winding the clock all the way down.
But you can't say stuff like that in a live stream. 2026. Right, Georgia Tessio takes a deep breath and closes her eyes, trying to focus here. And then Guillermo out there as well, eyes down at the moment.
Yeah. I think everyone would have let that just run right by if you hadn't said anything about it.
I definitely didn't be. You can't say that near me.
It is the first time we've worked together, so...
Well, yes, now you know.
Now we know. It's wonderful.
Yep.
All right.
Someone will clip it.
Yeah, the action.
Please, someone clip it. Yeah, back to it. Guillermo going left now up towards the slope around the corner.
Looking very good here. I mean, some climbers do embrace the powerful boulders immediately, and he doesn't look fussed at all.
They brought the toe up straight away into this is a flash for him. This will be at the top of the leaderboard for Guillermo.
Yep.
Perfect start.
Really just hammered through that in 15, 20 seconds.
Yeah. What's the problem? Right, he'll leave Georgia Tessio by herself, the defending champ. There's pressure with being a defending champ.
Yeah, we talked about it a bit yesterday. She's on the poster. She's on the T-shirt.
Yep.
And you know you have what it takes because the field last year was as deep as it is this year.
Yeah, and comps have favourites as well. You know, athletes will like, when they win something, it's like, yeah, that's my place, I'll go back. So she'll be full of confidence right now. And just one after her, Lily Agrapart, and then Sam Richard will come on.
Yeah, there's one already in the chat.
Yes, exactly, Farah. Exactly. I mean, well, I can't not comment on it. It was out there, Pete. It's fine. It's how you feel. It's fine. I'm just fine. 2.5 minutes. How to get into this starting position, kind of this micro beater, perfecting it.
It's and driving by the friction there is tricky, right? So she's dragging that right hand to try and catch the other start hold, but the holds are, as you were saying, the friction is there, but it's not tacky. You know, it's you got to really work to slow down and maybe just allowing the swing to be the move and embrace that and try and control it in a different way. We got someone watching from Squamish, just around the corner from me.
Is it, or is it like 4 hours?
Well, it's like a 12-hour drive. But in Canada, that is around the corner.
Neighbours, practically.
Yeah, we're basically neighbours.
Georgia is into this tricky hold now and has the zone now with a movement of the hips. Side pull above her head.
So far, everyone who's latched this crimp has solved the end.
Yeah, good point, Pete, but she's fighting hard here, isn't she? There we go. Should be done now, and it is.
Nice. Psyched after a few misses, and that's competition climbing for you. Is you can't expect to flash every boulder. You need to work it out, but you are, once you're on, there is occasionally that little bit of nervousness. You're like, oh my goodness, I stuck the first move. Do not fall again.
Well, she didn't at the top. This is it. Yeah. Brought that left foot through nicely. Easy top for Georgia.
Yeah, nice and clean there.
So it's good. Defending champ has points on the board here. And our final two will be waiting. I think we do have to run the clock down. We're not going to bring them straight on. But we will have Lily Agrapart and Samuel Richard, two French stars, two up-and-comers in the comp circuits. Sam especially, he's done some hard stuff outdoors recently. 9A out in the forest. That's pretty good, isn't it?
That's very good. And I love when you were talking to him earlier, he said he was on his vacation and there was some climbing, so he went climbing on his vacation and sort of arrived with no goal in mind and turned around and did 9A.
Good job from him. Well, there he is, and there is Lily Agrapart.
Do you think it's an advantage to have your literal actual teammate standing beside you? Is it comfort space?
I think so, yeah. I mean, these guys travel the world together, they train together. That ISO was very chill.
Yeah.
And I think it will help.
Yeah, we do have a handful of French climbers in there, and this shirt, I'm loving this shirt.
Wow.
Really loving this shirt.
It's something, that snake skin.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this is, as you were saying yesterday, they get to show a little bit of their personality not having to wear their uniforms.
Although Lily is wearing the Dockmaster.
She is wearing the Dockmaster shirt. I think it would have been really, really good if Georgia was wearing the Dockmaster shirt and just occasionally pointed to the back of it.
Just me.
Just to remind people, this is me.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Straight away. Maybe a bit too aggressive from Lily. And
Sam, I think, is going to flash this one.
Yeah, he needs to be aggressive.
Figure this move out. He's got the heel. Got to drag that toe down. That's the last hard move now. Makes the match. And then, oh no, he's still fighting through this.
He's going to try the double.
Ah, it's going to work. He's strong enough, isn't he?
Does it the hardest way and makes it look pretty solid.
Yeah, that will jump him up to the top of the leaderboard because of count back, although we did see a flash previously. So men's boulder one is done. That's it.
Just like that, pop. That's how finals goes. It runs, you know, pretty quickly, even with the plus. The detractors of the plus now are running out of things to talk about.
I don't. I can go on for a long time.
But just watch the way he pops this, the timing on that, control the swing. It is much harder than he just made that look. That we can assure you.
Yeah, it was smooth from him. Well, there is Lily Agrapart, who's trying to figure out. It's very shouldery. You can see her hugging those shoulders there. It's got a physical start. It doesn't look it, because it looks like he's just standing up at ease.
Yeah, though, it kicks back a little bit there. Just enough to make you think about it.
Close. Went for the match.
There's nothing to be worried about yet. 2.5 minutes to figure this move out. And once she gets that solved,
done.
Stuff.
Easy stuff.
Easy, easy stuff after that.
Yeah, she'll need it to keep in touch with the other women who have come before. She's the final climber out on this. Before we turn our attention to the next two, and then we'll have our break. But don't worry, we've got a packed schedule for you. Lots.
And some really good boulders upcoming. Sergio, you were saying the youngest in the competition.
Yes, apparently so. Yeah.
18 years old.
Yeah, and he doesn't act it, to be fair to him. Very mature out there. Yeah, he's the youngest. Anja is the oldest. Really not quite getting to grips with it.
No. And this is why we make them climb the boulders, and this is why we watch, is because they don't just come out. As you know, they come in reverse order, so from 6th to 1st, but every one of the finalists is capable of winning this competition. So you will, just because you're sitting in 1st doesn't mean that you're automatically just going to do all the boulders. So you do see this ebb and flow of people maybe not in their style, maybe just not being able to solve something, getting something wrong. That's part of competing.
Yeah, 100%. And Lily has 1:15 now. The pressure is on for her. All eyes on her as well. In the arena, the crowd behaving themselves very well at the moment. I was just sitting, watching.
That's when we give them chairs. That's what happens. They do tend to. They don't mill around quite as much. They push up against the mat.
Yeah, that's better from Lily.
There
She's
we
in
go.
now.
And then no need to rush. Just for a second there, it looked like she was going to rush it.
She put the foot super far on the left-hand side there, which is interesting. Is there a jib? No, there's no jib to be.
Nothing on it.
Yeah, but she's very sort of spread out on that. And I wonder if she just brings the foot in a bit more. She can stand into the toes better.
It just needs to shake off that attempt.
Thing is, it's a low percentage move, that first one, isn't it? So I think she'll want to jump on fairly sharpish here.
I would agree with you. Give yourself a buffer.
Unless you're really confident, eh? But
I've never been that confident.
Yeah, we saw Amber jump on the last couple of seconds and couldn't really make it work. So I think a gap will give herself some breathing room, perhaps. No, maybe she won't. 10 seconds. Yeah, so she's got one last. If she messes this up, she could just jump straight back onto the wall, but she's in.
And now slow this down.
Yeah, this will be the final chance then. No more second goes on this. And she hasn't worked anything out on the top.
Yeah, good point. This is the first time she's encountering this. And you see even there, she's being careful. A little test. I don't love that. I don't love that. But
I mean, it's a jug to come back to, so she can have another go at this. Still not in the right position, I don't think, but try it. Okay, that's better from Lily Agrapart.
Just gets enough friction on that. This is a fight.
4+ showing how cool it is sometimes. Makes the foot match. 1 foot away, 1 hand away.
This little heel scum, just to be sure, and a heel hook to get it.
It's so weird climbing without a clock like that. Taken me a while to get used to it, but Lily, in extra time, got the boulder done, and she'll move to near the top, maybe not the top. I think someone did it
somewhere close, yeah. We will bring up the leaderboard occasion.
Oh, now.
Here it is.
Yeah, Lucija Tarkus is on the top spot, followed by Georgia, followed by Selma. Then a gap, but Lily's score hasn't been updated yet, so this will flip around in a couple of seconds.
And what you see in there, the number is the number of attempts to get green as a top, yellow is a zone, so number of attempts to get to the top. And then you see Sam Richard, Guillermo, and Slav all flashing that, Andre, and then Artur and Julia not doing the boulder. So the separation there for the top 3 is based on count back to how they scored in the semifinal. We don't love a count back, but it's a useful tie-breaking tool. I can't imagine we're going to have ties all the way through.
No, that still hasn't been updated. So ignore the women's, but the men's is legit.
It's pretty much spot on. And of course, you could go to docmasters.nl/score if you like.
Boulder number 2 then, and Lucija Tarkus is waiting patiently in the wings. She was joined by Julian Weimer, who's on her right-hand side.
Familiar faces as we come. There we go. I wonder if he'll do something different every time.
Probably.
Yeah.
They've obviously been told just to stare deeply into the camera. I do feel for them a little bit.
They said Sam didn't even break a sweat. Sam on fire. Sam still waiting for the competition to start. So a few people noticing the power that Sam had. Sam's got his shirt back on. Not sure if I'm disappointed.
Yeah. Yes, it did come over and I sort of grabbed him at the wrong moment. But yeah, that man is stacked.
Look at that.
Yeah,
this. At the end, I mean, that was supposed to be tricky. So that's good stuff from Julianne. And how here's the move, as Remi was saying, is that giving the men a chance to have a bit of a show. This is committing. And meanwhile, Lucia over there is crushing through those wide pinches.
Yeah, she's made quick work of that, hasn't she? A move away, then get set. This is a pop. Not quite. Oh, it is quite. She clawed that back.
My goodness, I was just about to agree with you that she didn't give it enough oomph.
Wow, powerful stuff. Lucia flashes that boulder.
And then just storms straight back to secondary ISO. So they do separate them before the boulder and after the boulder, they go to a secondary isolation. Once they're in secondary isolation together, they can talk about their previous boulder if they want. Some do, some don't. You see a lot of headphones. You see a lot of people wanting to stay in their competition headspace. You know, a little bit definitely athlete preference, but
yeah. This really is a boulder of two halves, men's two. You do all the starting stuff, and you've got to run around the corner and disappear into the shadows where the hold is waiting. And it's not a great volume to run across that. Very slowly, top right of your screen. A tricky second bit for Julien. He did get his first part pretty quick.
But, I mean, this volume, too, is...
It's all over the place with the feet as well.
Yeah.
Three entirely different places there.
And that's one of the things that volume in route setting has introduced is we're not going to tell you exactly where the right foot placement is, where you put a jib over there. The route setters have essentially given you the position to come out of in the best possible way. And here, they're just saying you could be close to the wall, you could be far away. It's dealer's choice, and sometimes the dealer gets it wrong.
Went for the middle foot and committed to it. And then he's still got to stand on a friction part, but it's hard to get your palm in. That's better from him.
Yeah.
And now this run, it's a big, big setup, this, and I don't think you can stop anywhere.
No, I think you're right about that, and that the angle from the floor tells you that, you know, how steep the space between the wall and the volume holds are. They don't give you a lot, and that wide angle shows you how far away they have, how far they got to travel from right to left.
You got to really compress into the volume too with the left hand. So work to do here, minute and a half to go. Again, this is, you look at this, you think this is a Samuel Richard boulder. Let's see a replay of this then.
Good look at what they're dealing with, a blocked hold. They know it's blocked, but you also have to remember where the blocked part is.
He just sort of hangs there for a moment getting set, the wind up. And off he goes.
And he only stepped once, so he didn't shuffle. So you might see some people do different pieces of footwork through there. I'm interested to see what different approaches will be taken across there.
He's back on, the minute buzzer goes. Not much time for him here. Into the right hand, getting this move locked in though.
Then that's...
Oh, as I say, he falls.
Yeah, there's a low percentage element to, I think, the start of this, and also a fatigue element. So the women's shouldery on their first boulder, the men's shouldery here on their second boulder, that starts to get tiring. Turning yourself inside out, Matt, it's not a good time.
No, it's hard to hold that position as well. It burns you away, and he's got 30 seconds now on the clock. Our lowest qualifier to this comp. Good gyms in the Netherlands. That's a hard thing to say.
In the Netherlands. And a lot of gyms. There's not a lot of outdoor climbing here, so there's a huge gym culture.
Yeah, some very strong kids who have never touched rock, which is sort of like amazing and disheartening all at the same time, I find. But it's a really cool scene, I think you can say, in the Netherlands.
Yeah, and I think people are members at more than one gym because they're in proximity. Yeah. You see people who will climb here on Tuesdays and here on Wednesdays, and they get to at least have some variety in route setting and wall angles. And Julien looking for a little bit of help from this crowd here. Gets the 1-2, but cannot make the press stick.
Yeah, maybe an overcommitment there, launched into that press and couldn't stop the movement. Amber is up next. She needs to find something on boulder number 2 after missing the zone, I think, on boulder number 1. And then Arta, is there a wink? Is there a wink? There's zero wink.
He's still got time.
No.
Oh, okay, just the confident nod this time. Yep.
Cameraman, wink back.
Wink back.
But we should explain, he winked yesterday. This is what this is all about.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
A slightly creepy wink, but it was either creepy or very cool.
Yeah.
And I don't know which one it is.
I'd have to go back and watch it again to have a final decision on that, but it was well timed.
Do we like it, chat? What do we think?
Yeah.
Amber, we'll have to get physical on this. It's all launching on these big wide pinches, as we talked about. Nothing really for the feet at the beginning.
And some people love a pinch, Matt. Some people love a crimp. Some people love a sloper. If you really force them to give you a preference, almost all climbers will have one.
True.
Personally, I love a pinch.
You love a pinch?
I love a pinch. I overtrained them once to try and burn off a friend doing pinch pull-ups on 2x4s.
Right. It's a very specific thing.
It is a very specific thing, but it served me well for many years.
How long did this competition go on for?
I was told, the short version is I was at a climbing area in the US and I was told by someone, oh, your friend can hang, can do 5 pull-ups on the 2x4s, and I couldn't do any, and I was like, there's no way he's that much stronger than me, and I put way too much time into being able to do pinch pull-ups on 2x4s.
I hope you could beat him.
I did.
Excellent.
It took me about a year, but.
Excellent. We saw Jamie Bartek down there, by the way, the paraclimber on the obviously world climbing. God, stop saying it.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be hard for you to learn that.
It's going to be terrible.
I can just keep saying
you can do what you want.
I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, but Jamie is watching, so hello, Jamie. You won't be able to hear, but go and watch paraclimbing. It's free to watch as well on YouTube. So Amber's having a think and looks slightly confused out there at the moment.
And Artur also hasn't solved the opening move yet.
So the toe hook is in. Position, it's all about position. Higher toe hook from that.
And then you sort of look at that left foot placement is also problematic.
She's trying to find a position to show the judges she's in control as well. You can't just tap and go on this. But you can, but you have to show control.
Yeah, it's the tap and go. The line is very thin.
Yes. If I was an athlete, I think I'd press and go. Never a tap.
Just
show.
Be sure.
Yeah.
Just be sure.
Oh, we know you want to do it.
Oh, changing shoes.
What's she got? She's only got one so far. I think she's going for a better right toe hook.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I love that. We're trying to she's just out of frame.
Yeah, and then Artur is going slowly up.
So a little head shake there, which was either I know what to do or I still don't know what to do. Here we go.
The toe hook rubber has worked then. Not quite for the second move, but at least the first one's locked in.
Just shows you the difference in movement patterns. Lucia just stopped the start of that.
We hardly caught it on camera, actually,
yeah.
so quick.
And Amber, who's also a powerful climber, having a world of trouble.
Yeah. Artur as well. He's trying to do it very slowly. I wonder if he's maybe just got to throw for it a bit more. Easy said in here, of course, but I think he's got to pop into that move a bit.
And he did try that on the first one, and maybe there is that danger where you try the thing you want to do and you realize it's really quite hard, and you think, maybe there is a smarter way, but really you were right the first time, and that's what makes you second guess yourself.
Yeah, that foot slipped straight away, didn't it? What can Amber do here? She's into the pinches, makes the match. This is good.
There we go. A zone is critical.
And that will count. She might get it from. Is there a knee bar? Possibly in that. I don't think it's particularly helpful. No.
Long. Oh, yeah, that's the what do I need to do?
I think it's just so much more tension needed, isn't it? Just to hold that position, then bring the right hand up and over. Perhaps tired at this stage in the comp.
Definitely tired. And I mean, the toe hook is good to stay, but the toe hook is hard just to generate quite a lot of power to get to that next hold. And the toe hook makes you feel secure, but it doesn't give you a lot to go with.
Athlete's feet are off the ground just about as our buzzer tips down, but Artur is off, so he's done. Amber has one final chance here.
Rueful shrug from Artur. Amber being careful, but can't quite generate from that pinch. Yeah, she looks tired.
Yeah, frustration from her. Well, we swap over immediately to Selma. You had a good round on boulder number one, so she can build on that one.
And Slav getting into the grooves from the DJ in the room. It's a good scene down there, Matt. We kind of get a little bit through our headphones, but down on the floor, the DJ is keeping the mood high. The climbers like a high energy in the room. That's what also the MCs are trying to keep the crowd engaged. It feeds in that pattern. Every now and then you will see a climber turn around and give the crowd a little reminder that they're out here doing gladiators work for them. Like a little cheer.
Yeah.
Slav,
he hung there for a moment.
Just going to say before he did get it. And Selma cruising through.
Yeah, this is the move Amber struggled on. That's the tension Amber needed, but Selma has some energy in the tank on her first go. This is a flash.
High heel.
It's going to be a flash. Latches that jug and gets the top.
That high heel hook shows you a little bit of hip flexibility. Not everyone's going to have that either.
No.
Good stuff from Selma.
Yeah, she'll have a long break now as the comp will be reset after this round, so she can go and, I mean, it's basically like starting the comp again. You're going to be very fresh after 40 minutes break. More than 40 minutes. So Artur, who held that, sorry, not Artur, Slav. Held that amazing human flag, slipped that time though.
And it's a photo moment, that opening move. I hope that we'll get a few good snaps of that popping up around Instagram. Even here you see that the wind-up gets harder and harder just from the fatigue of trying the boulder 3 times. They are really pulling on at maximum effort. A replay here, you see this super high heel from Selma, making sure that she doesn't have to pop to this last hold, and it is a pretty good sized jug. Happy to grab that.
Yeah, it was good work from her. worked our way through that sort of quite techie boulder, actually, with the different feet. So well read from her. Well, there's the crowd who are vibing down at the front. Our MC is doing a fantastic job. Thank you, guys. I think they have the hardest job in the building, or one of anyway.
It is one of it. I also do that as part of my sort of
Do
hobby
you?
job. I love, you know, the atmosphere, but it's boy, it's tired. It's a stressful experience.
We can say whatever we like.
Yep.
They unfortunately can't. Right, how's the human flag this time? Can he snap up that left hand though? That left foot's on the no-tex at the moment.
Oh my goodness. And sort of that's, I guess he's choosing that because he thinks the volume will be too far away to give up.
I don't think he can adjust his feet. You know, he's trapped there with that palm. You can see he's standing on his own thumb. Now gets it.
That's wild.
Yeah, he was in all types of trouble. If he just, his back hurts as well. You're really pressed.
Goodness.
He was so spread out with the palm, he didn't give himself anywhere to go with the feet, sadly, on that one.
It's strangely common when you have to hand-foot match all the time is you need to remember to leave room, but also if you try and leave room, meaning you can't grab the hold, then you're back to the problem of, I might step on my own fingers. And I mean, I know I've done it.
Yeah, in desperation, we've all stepped on our own fingers.
Maybe
I've knee-parred my own fingers a few times as well. That's a nasty feeling.
It is a nasty feeling, because the alternative is falling off.
Exactly, I don't like doing that. That right foot is betraying him at the moment. That slippy slab of a slope up. Gets set again.
Good hold. Is he going to do anything different? No, but maybe feeling that left toe just inching into position. A great look at the angle he's dealing with.
Yeah, getting stood up is a crux into itself here on this boulder.
Just that breath out looked tired.
Yeah. Does he go again? We're watching the replay of the last time when he didn't leave a lot of room for the feet. Pretty special just to get stood up, considering how the feet weren't in the right place.
And I mean, I think he was sliding off that hold the entire time.
Moving away from him then.
Clock to 0, holds the flag.
He hasn't got the zone either, so this could be important here. The zone is a jug if he can get to it.
This fight.
He wants to fling for it. Well done. So close.
Oh, and I think I could hear the scream. I could definitely see it. Very, very close. My goodness.
Agat blows on the liquid chalk, trying to cool it off. She's up next. Sanjay is next to her. Chalk already on.
Ready
He's
to
only
rock.
got it on his fingers, not his palm, which is interesting. I guess it's liquid chalk, isn't it? So
yeah, he'll chalk up over top.
Yeah. So men's 2, not topped yet. Women's 1 is very toppable, and Agat will know that.
Yeah, you can hear the crowd, right? You're not very far away. They're not watching. They're not allowed to watch, but they've been competing for so long that they take a lot of cues from hearing the crowd cheer and for how long the crowd is cheering. Yeah, generally know when boulders are getting flashed.
Yeah, agreed. This is the kind of boulder Agat should do as well.
Yeah.
Powerful moves between good holds, easy for her.
Even with a bit of a foot slip and that dead point, still had enough momentum going up. Good stuff from Agat.
Yeah, another quick one. The women have got to flash boulders here if they want to stay in touch with the leaders. The men, bit of a different story. This one's a fight.
Andre looking good now. One of the taller climbers, Julian, one of the taller. I wonder if this is going to maybe benefit the height a little bit. It's hard to tell for sure, but he's moved into the zone, which is good stuff here.
Yeah, he's through it. Now gets set for this next move. The second half is a totally different beast. I think he wanted to try to stop that, and I'm not sure. Really grabbed it with the left hand. It looked like he tried to stop the movement.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. I think that he was not enticed by the 1, 2, 3 and the press move. They thought, maybe what if I could just grab that?
Yeah.
What if and we've seen it. I remember Sean Bailey at the Salt Lake World Cup. There was a piff paff puff. There was a 3-move paddle dano, and he stopped in the middle and regenerated.
Yeah.
The crowd lost their minds, but again, it's a very specific skill set to be able to stop in the middle of a designed paddle.
Let's see if he tried it or not, whether it was just my eyes. So he gets himself set. No, maybe he's bringing the right hand through. Just didn't. If he's doing that, he needs to really go for the fling, I think, and just commit to going left.
And a lot of directionality too. You want to be going left and in, because as we saw from Julien, it's a palm press on a flaring volume.
Yeah, and you'll see that palm. I mean, the setters kind of chalked it up just to give him a little bit of a tip, but the more you hit it, it'll get more palm-like.
minute and a half for Anže.
Yeah, easy, yeah?
Yeah, no problem back into this position, but this is the business.
Yeah, it's a committing move. Gets himself set up, left foot, and then plant the right foot, really good.
Yeah.
He figured that out in one go, and that was straight away the adjustment made.
And that's a little bit of veteran savvy. A few years on the World Cup circuit. Set himself a set of semifinals in the last 2 years.
Yeah, he's done well. I mean, in terms of Team Slovenia as well, he's the best men's sort of all-rounder, certainly the best men's boulder on that team. There's a couple of others who are good at lead, but in terms of bouldering comps, he's the one. So why walk away? And he's only 28, for goodness sake.
Right, I know. He's not old.
Yeah.
He's definitely not old.
Much younger than me.
Yeah. I won't say how much younger than me he is.
Yes. We'll leave it there. we're all similar, Peter.
We're all of a similar age.
Wow.
When push comes to shove, when push comes to shove,
give me a few years,
you are going to sell me out. You are going to sell me out.
Don't say a word. 30 seconds left. Not long for the Slovenian climber. Up into this shouldering position. The left foot goes this time. Big smart left where it slid down.
Yeah.
Crowd fascinated. A bit of a chess game at this stage of the competition. Anže runs the clock down, 14 seconds to go. He will pull on.
If Jeffrey Meister's saying M2 is going to be sick if someone gets that second part, and I'm inclined to agree.
Yeah, if it's a hard bump. 2 to go after this attempt.
And even just, having done this move a couple times, the fight. And a little brain reset.
Anže getting cheered on here. Has a look at the left foot. Oh, he did try to stop. Okay.
And got close.
Yeah, I think he was trying to do that first time, and he changed it up. I think he changed it up mid-boulder from what he was going to do there.
I'm inclined to agree there.
Georgia Tessio has been waiting patiently. She will attempt the very doable women's number 2. Guillermo, who looked great on M1, will try to do what no one else has done yet and find a top on M2. So here we go. 4 minutes on the clock. There's one athlete to go before we won't have a break, but we'll have a little pause.
A little pause. And we'll get another look at Anže here. I think this is going to be a different angle of the last attempt, so we get to see the pause. Yeah, and
nearly. Yeah,
almost had it. I just let down by a little bit of friction at the end. The dry fire, as we say.
I think Georgia should do this boulder. It's her kind of thing. Comes right into a heel hook, so not the toe hook. And great skills to get that heel working. But now she's got to change it because it's further for the right hand. Oh, left hand, okay.
Yep. Easy stuff, really.
Crazy.
Yep. So that's, as you were mentioning earlier, becomes a must flash to stay in contention, that's part of a final. So not every boulder is going to be climbed down to 0 minutes. There's going to be there's a stress level with flashing boulders and almost no time to think about. Just maybe, I mean, I'm going to propose to you, Matt, that they're not expecting to do the run across on their first try, and they just want to maybe test out how much swing they need, how much push, how much jump. So they get to go kind of do a little run and grab and touch and be like, okay,
yeah, I
need to go further, I need to go not quite so far. And there's, I mean, it looked like he wasn't in any position to grab those holds, but I think he's just giving it a test.
Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah, I don't think many are really going to struggle too much with the bottom half. I know we saw Slav struggle with it, but I think most should get it quite quick. Because you don't want a Cordo move that's so difficult to get into, you only have one go. You know, the setters are aware an athlete needs a couple of tries at it, and they won't want to put it out of reach, you'd think.
No, but they clearly want them to think about the movement. And as you said, it's a story of two halves.
Yeah. Okay, 2 minutes on the clock. Guillermo looked good on the bottom. He looked really flowy for his first moves.
He didn't. I think I'm a bit surprised he let the clock wind down so much.
Maybe he thinks he's got the sort of the range of this one. And of course, the temp's too top. You know, that counts against your score. So if you can do it quick, it'll be better.
Just had a bit of a miscue. And then overall, pretty clean.
That was cool.
The float.
And then you go, oh, nearly hit his face on the way down, though. Just got a palm in the judges, ooh, as well. Yeah. We know, boys. We saw it too.
you know, overall, you know, there is cleaning that to get the chalk off. So the dual text, the no text part, you want to have as little chalk, if ideally no chalk.
Yeah, Anže left a big smear of rubber down the side of the wall there. And Guillermo nearly, well, added some face rubber to that as well. A little bit of blood, but he's all right. 1 minute, hangs again. Big, I think, speed again. Get going off this hold.
Yeah.
There you go. There's the jug just.
Well done, he jumped over. That's an exciting way to do that move.
And he's gone with the right hand as well.
Yep.
It's all a bit messy, maybe.
Yeah, and it's a bit messy by design. It's generally those coordination kind of moves. Every now and then someone makes it look super tight, but for the most part, it's just hanging on, hanging on, hanging on, hanging on. Looks a bit desperate most times.
Oh, that sounds well. Low percentage down low. Hasn't got to grips with the top, or been able to get to grips with the top yet. Not long to go on penultimate athlete here. He's got to get something worked out really fast here. Doesn't like that right foot. Needs to get on the wall fast, though.
And he can hold this position for a while, but isn't.
No, done.
So interesting stuff. Having sort of crushed the first move right away, and then we thought maybe we'd have 3 or 4 attempts at the coordination part. Did not get back up there more than twice. Lily Agrapart and Sam Richard ready.
He did the wink.
Yep. Maybe they're just taking turns.
Maybe. Maybe they had a little chat, like, don't wink.
You wink and then I'll wink. All right, so here, Lily, I mean, should do this, right?
Yeah, again, it's her thing. Straight away into the first moves, full commitment from her. Sam, who knows? We'll pay attention to him after Lily's done this. I think, you look at this, it's brilliant flow from her. Holds the human flag on the left. Keep your eyes on both sets of action here.
Yep.
Drop the foot.
Easy. Yeah, no problem. No problem.
So she stays on the top.
Yes.
And Sam has his first go at this run and jump. Ooh, a little scuttle across.
That did look good. A lot of steps in between.
Yeah. He skated his way through. All right, you're going to stick with just me right now. Pete's going to go and find some athletes to chat to, but I will call the last bit of the action here as we come up to just under 3 minutes on the clock. Sam Richard alone out there on the wall at the moment. And after this, we'll have a little bit of a pause, but don't worry, we're not going anywhere. We'll be interviewing athletes, chatting to setters. It's going to be non-stop for the 20 or so minutes the route setters will put some new boulders up. So Sam puts the brush back down on the ground. 2 minutes 14 seconds on the clock here. He's got that palm on nicely. It's on that no friction bit, of course, but you want to slide it out left, which he does, which moves and leaves you room for that left foot. A little bit of adjustment now. Decided to stand on the no text, but it's worked as he does that little swing over and latches the jug. He'll have another couple of goes at this if he makes a mistake. That was very close and a big fall from Sam, head first towards the mats, but I think he just managed to twist at the last moment, bounce back from that one. Let's have another look at it then. This was the drop in and the swing. Took a moment to plant the feet. Watch the scuttle he does as well. That was the fall. Sam taking a big one back down to the deck. I think he's all good. Managed to land okay, like a cat out there. 1 minute 18 now. Sam takes a deep, deep breath. We'll show you the leaderboard at the end of this round with our first 2 boulders done of the competition. Sam having one last look at that jug. Left hand sliding down off the no text. Big flick up this time. That's better from Sam, but not leaving himself enough room for the hand. You could see that palm just didn't slide across the hold enough on that starting volume. Needed needed to give himself just a few more inches of breathing room to bring that foot up. Sam wants the crowd behind him. Powerful stuff, those feet float upwards and gets the left foot on the friction, out towards the jugs now. This is good from Sam, maybe one, well yes, definitely one last go on this. 8 seconds on the clock, out he comes, nearly got that final hold. I don't think he's got time to do it. He went for the full launch, forget stopping on the volume, he flew around the side of the wall. Let's have another look at this, because this was a wild last move from Samuel. Started the back and forth. And look at this, ignored it, and the right hand, and I think that might be the key to this boulder. He compressed with the right and not the left. Right, so let's have a look at some scores before we go and find Pete, who has gone back to the isolation area. Lucija Tarkus leads the way. 3 attempts on boulder number 1, but a flash on boulder number 2, putting her above Georgia Tessio, with Selma just behind. So is Lucija Agrapart. All those women getting 2 tops, and Agathe Calais just missed the top of boulder number 1, but boulder number 2, of course, was Flash, and Amber with some work to do. Samuel Richard, meanwhile, we just saw him launch. It was a good launch, and it leaves him in the top spot with 1 flash. And our top 4 have all got flashes, but Energiehaven with a faster attempt to the zone. Of course, Slav not getting the zone on boulder number 2. That's pushed him outside of the top 3, followed by Julien and Artur. Okay, so that's how the scores stand at the moment. And our setters now will strip the wall and then put 2 more boulders back on. Right, Pete is up in the athletes' isolation area, and he's going to find out how they're feeling at this halfway stage of our competition.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Matt. A good recap of the scores. Some massive attempts from Sam at the end there. So we are back in isolation, and if we told you before that this is a rare spot to be, this is unheard of in anything else. So in the middle of the competition, we normally don't get to take a break, and we normally don't get to be in isolation. So we hope that a couple of these athletes are going to be, in the right headspace to talk to us. They've just climbed 2 boulders. They have 2 to go. Let's see if we can chat with a couple of them. Artur, can we have a quick word with you? Yeah, of course we can. Of course we can. Artur, we are in the middle of the competition. You've done 2 boulders. You've got 2 to go. Just walk us through a little bit about the competitor's mindset in between now and going back out again.
I think right now is a weird time because we're not used to having that much of a break. So it's definitely challenging to stay in the same headspace. Also, I think it's a great opportunity for me. The routes didn't go that good. I didn't do any of them, and so the first boulder was pretty easy for most of the guys. So I think it's my time to just take some time, think about it, and change some stuff before the 2 other boulders arrive. So I think for me, it's kind of an opportunity, but for others, I think it's definitely a challenge.
It's a good point that you said that, because there needs some time to be a bit of a reset, and you get that normally anyway. You're like, oh, I have time to kind of settle. You have your sort of maybe 15, 18, 20 minutes between boulders. When you are in that space, do you take those first 2 boulders, you throw them out there in the rearview mirror? How difficult is it to turn your sights to look forward to 2 boulders that you haven't even seen yet?
It is pretty difficult, actually, especially for me, because right now I'm in the middle of a crisis because my iPod just stopped working at the beginning of the isolation. It was so bad. Music is the thing I rely on, and having it not work was so unsettling for me. And I'm not gonna say it was because of that day I didn't do the boulder, because they were so hard for me. But it's so unsettling to try to adapt and change your mindset, because I think part of high level competing is just getting to your routines. Experience is such an important thing, and making it work comes from going again and again and improving the smaller routines, and that makes it work.
I love that. It's true. Routine is really important, and everyone has a different thing. Some people headphones, some people not. Some people read books. Some people you see hoodies. Some people like a nap.
Some people chat. Some people are so quiet. Right? So very different.
And you're still relatively young. You still have time to work on your process. Did someone lend you an eye product of some kind to listen to?
I was praying for that, but unfortunately no one did, because either they don't have one, because not everyone listens to music, or they just didn't want to, which is definitely understandable. You're competing against each other and not holding any hard feelings.
Okay. So I'm going to let you get back to it. Your cool down, your re-warm up. Just come back out. You have 2 more boulders, brother. Come and crush some.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
See you in a minute. Let's see who else we can have a chat with. See, interestingly, no one rock climbing right now. So there is a bit of a rest period. There will be a bit of a re-warm up, I'm sure, for some of them. They're in here for about a half an hour. Can we have a minute? Do you want us to sit down here with you? Yeah, let's sit down here with you. No, you're chilling, you're chilling. All right, so we just had a chat with Artur. We're in this crazy space where A, we've taken a competition and we've broken it in the middle for a half hour, and B, you've got us in here invading your space. So we appreciate your time. Take us through a little bit about what you're going to do in this time between the first 2 boulders and the second 2 boulders.
I think I will just sit here and chat and try not to think too much about the competition, and then, because 30 minutes is quite a long time to wait, so I will try to keep me warm and distract myself a little bit, and then just before the reading, I will be concentrated again.
That's great. I mean, we were just talking to Artur about the different mindset of like whether you think about the boulders you don't. You're like, I'm going to distract myself. Are you going to climb at all? Do you need to re-warm up, or are you like tired enough and your skin maybe doesn't need that?
For sure, I'll try to keep me warm. So if I need, I will climb. But for now, I'm okay. So I will see by in time.
And then if you're thinking ahead at all to the other boulders, do you have an idea of where you think they might be? Do you think they're going to reverse the men's and women's boulders? Or are you just, it's not even on your mind, you're going to wait till you go down the stairs and see where they're at?
I'll try not to think too much, but I think Aslab is waiting for us because we still didn't climb Aslab. So Aslab for sure, and I think, and then we will see. But yes, anything is good. I just want to enjoy the boulder, so.
That's such a common climbing expression. I'm sure, I think, probably maybe. We're never quite entirely sure. Well, I'll let you get back to not thinking about rock climbing. Good work earlier, and I'm sure we're going to come out and watch you crush in just a little bit of time. Thanks for hanging out.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Good luck. Let's see if maybe Sam will have a word. Sam, do you want to have, are you in the right mindset for it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, of course I can. All right, Sam, I mean, you just came off the second boulder. Walk us through, if you don't mind, a little bit about how difficult that opening move looked. Nails.
It was kind of weird timing actually, and pretty scary because the last move was a big swing, big swing, and I kind of injured my elbow falling on the first try, but now it's okay. I think one more try I should have done it because I wasn't so far on the compression. So I'm a bit upset, but it will be okay for the next 2 boulders.
And I mean, you are one of the younger competitors here. How do you've also had a lot of experience leading up to this point. You say if a little disappointed, if you had one more try, maybe you could have done it. How long does it take for you to stop thinking about that and start looking ahead? Or do you let yourself think about it for a while?
Normally I just move to the next boulder. No. You stay in the present, it's boulder per boulder, but as you interview me, I need to talk about it a bit.
I know, that's my fault. I apologize for that. I appreciate it.
No worries. No, normally I just think about the next boulder, how I will do to try to do my best, and boulder by boulder every time like this.
So, and there are 2 more boulders coming up. Are you in a place in your fitness where you just kind of stay warm? How do you manage that space that, after this third boulder, between the fourth boulder, that maybe 20 minutes of rest time? Are you resting the whole time, or are you moving? Are you jumping jacks? Are you walking around? How do you stay active?
I think I will rest a bit and then do some movement because I think I will come in 50 minutes, something like that. So I do some kettlebell. I love this, so it's nice. And then I just rest for the next boulder as I'm already warm. It's not so bad.
And I see you snacking there. Are you always trying to eat in isolation? Is that every comp that you need to eat, or is it sort of dependent on the mood you're in?
No. I always take some bars, so I do the half every 30 minutes, so I have some, energy during the whole round. And especially now that we have 50 minutes rest and take a little bit and then some dates, Dates are the best.
Dates are the best. Write it down, take a note. Dates are the best. High sugar content, right? A little bit of carbs in there, give you instant energy, sugar energy.
Exactly, that's the best. Medjool ones, straight out of Algeria, and it's perfect.
I love that you have a favorite type of date. Can we talk about this shirt just for a second? This snakeskin shirt that you're wearing, I absolutely love this. Where did you find that?
I don't know. I love the savannah pattern. I have the zebra one,
Yeah.
the snake one, the leopard one there. So I don't know, it's just the mood. I love animals, so it's kind of... And I like to be wild on the boulder, you know.
I was just going to say, if you'll excuse the pun, you do climb like a wild animal. So really good work so far. Great work in the comp so far. We're looking forward to seeing you get onto the next 2 boulders. Go do your thing.
I can't wait.
Cheers.
Thanks.
I think that's it from down here. Let's go and see if any of the other gentlemen would like to have a word with us. We'll go, let's go this way. They have every right to just be hanging out. Anybody want to have a quick chat? What's the word? Yeah, maybe no. It's okay if you don't. Absolutely fine if you don't.
He's the oldest.
I know. Hey, he's the oldest. He's not old. You son of a gun. Son of a gun. We appreciate it. We'll just take a couple minutes of your time. You're the oldest, but you are not old, my friend. How are you feeling out there right now?
Pretty good, yeah, pretty good, yeah. Young.
Good, that's exactly what you should be feeling, because you are.
Yeah, so boulder number 1, yeah, I think it was pretty good. I wasted 1 try, but I had to learn what to do, so I think I'm pretty happy with boulder number 1. And boulder number 2, I found it pretty tricky. We had we talked about different variations. I tried different stuff, and I can't really say that I was super close, so I'm not really sure what the correct beta was. I'll talk it later with the root setters.
I kind of love that you brought that up. If we can go a little bit deeper into that. When you're previewing the boulders, you do talk to your other competitors about potential movement patterns, and maybe at the Dock Masters a little bit more than at a World Cup. But have you ever been surprised by someone suggesting something that you did not even read?
Well, I'm always glad somebody suggests something out of the box, because usually the beta is straightforward, and then sometimes there's like a small things that can vary. And even the root setters sometimes didn't think of that. And for some people that stands out, and I think that's the beautiful part of sport climbing, that something works for someone and something works for another one. And if we can share it, then this helps everyone.
I 100% agree with you, and it comes down to personal style, strengths, things you like, things you don't like. I mean, I can promise you I would have not liked any part of the second boulder. That thing just looked like a battle the whole way.
Yeah, I can agree. I'm also not a fan of crazy coordinations, especially because nowadays the setters like to take you up on a height and then do a crazy run on the wall. And a man of my age feels a little bit scared, I must admit.
I know for sure my knees can't take a fall like that anymore. So yeah, a man of my age, I see a boulder like that in a commercial gym and I turn around and I'm like, good for you, not for me. So you have 2 more boulders to go. We're gonna let you get back to resting, hydrate, eat. Thanks for hanging out with us, we really appreciate it. The old man of the comp. Thanks, Anjay. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to do it for us in here. We appreciate the opportunity to be in here. A little quick look outside. If you didn't know, at Energiehaven, they have an outdoor climbing area, and a bunch of the qualifying boulders and the citizens boulders were set outside. And surprisingly, maybe a beautiful, sunny weekend in Utrecht. Matt, we're going to head back into you. We're done here in isolation. I'm going to try not to get knocked out by Fitball Hacky Sack. We'll do a quick commercial, and then we'll be back right after this.
Hello fellow climbers. My team and I built Dr. Plano, software for climbing and bouldering gyms that reduces admin work, so you can focus on climbing and community. Our scheduling algorithm creates shift plans from your rules and team preferences. Staff can track working hours, swap shifts or call in sick online. For your customers, Dr. Plano supports online bookings and payments directly on your website. And now we are building our own POS. Gyms across Europe already trust Dr. Plano. If you want less admin and more climbing, scan the QR code for a demo or a short call. Enjoy the Dogmasters.
Mooi vind ik dat je de weg niet meer hoort, dat er geen andere mensen zijn, dat je helemaal in het bos bent. En daar ligt dan opeens een supermooi blok. En er zit niks extra, er zit niks in de weg, er zit geen scherp greepje in. Ja, soms denk je wel eens van ja, dit kan toch bijna niet anders dan dat dit gemaakt is om te klimmen. Dit is echt perfect. Hè, alsof een hele goede routebouwer voor ons cadeautjes heeft neergelegd om te ontdekken. In die afgelegen gebieden vind ik het heerlijk om in mijn eentje te klimmen, alles zelf uit te zoeken, de geluiden van het bos om me heen. Een werkdag is echt, dan loop ik met mijn mapje door het bos en dan heb ik dingen uit te zoeken. Bijvoorbeeld nieuwe boulders die geopend zijn, intekenen. Er zijn vaak geen filmpjes van die boulders nog. Helemaal geen informatie. Nou, dat vind ik een hele mooie manier van klimmen.
Well, welcome back to Dogmasters 2026. At the moment, we are having a bit of a reset between boulder rounds. We've had 2 climbs for the men and women. The setters right now are stripping the wall, putting 2 new climbs up, purely for logistical reasons. There isn't quite enough room out there on the wall for what we want to do. So in about 15 or so minutes, we'll get underway. But Pete, tell me about isolation. You've just come from there. You said it was a little bit tense, right?
It was a little bit tense. There's sort of, everyone's milling around a little bit. And I sort of went over and just before we came out, I'm like, does anybody want to do it? I said, does anyone not want to do an interview?
Yes, that's the way to
and
go.
All of the women went, no, thank you. But a couple of them did step up. Gentlemen, right away, they were like, oh, yeah, sure, it's fine. So our 2 are like, right away, of course it's fine. So everyone is in a different mindset, man. And similar to how they climb, how they approach competition, what they think about in the day leading up. So some people went for a tour, some people had a nap. Like every athlete is an individual athlete, so they all behave differently. But overall, it was like nobody was doing anything other than kind of like chit-chatting a little bit, maybe about, and they talk about, we know they talk about the boulders. And even, Andre was saying, I can't wait to talk to the route setters after to figure out what the actual beta was for the second boulders. So that's something that happens too. But really cool to get some insights, even into people how choose to hydrate and how they choose to approach their nutrition in a gap like that in a competition.
Well, they're going to need to be hydrating because they've already been working hard, and I think we're about ready to show you guys some replays of what we've already seen. So the women, this was boulder number 1. It was all about the first move, not too hard once you got into this zone section.
Lucia did really good work as the first one out of the gate here, solving this, and the ending, you had to be careful, but it didn't really pose an issue for anybody. You just had to make you think about it a little bit to come around this in the right way.
Yeah, that right foot was important. And as you can see from this angle, they'll have an idea of where the hold is, and it's a good one if they got it. Lucia just needed to snatch into it, and then once you'd latched it, it was a good enough hold to adjust your feet, and a quick top for her, as you said, first one out. So that was Lucia on boulder number 1. Boulder number 1 for the women, harder than boulder number 2 for the men, which a few did here, and I can't actually remember.
This boulder, this is boulder 1 here.
But did Arthur do it? We'll see. Not Arthur.
Julian. I can't remember. I don't think so. No. So he was hunting. He was using kind of every possible tool in the toolbox, stepping in the bolt holes on the wall gives you a tiny bit of purchase. I think some people have attributed that to Brooke Rabbit, did it in a World Cup a while ago.
You were there,
like,
right? You
I was there.
happen.
We were like, what's she doing? And then people are like, is she allowed? It sort of sparks this whole conversation. Yes, you're allowed to put your toes onto anything. You can't restrict.
If you really want to, you can do that. Didn't work for Julian Weimer, though, and he was struggling for a foot. Everyone else who did it managing to campus through, but we'll look at that in a sec. Because Selma, very quick send from her. She got this done speedily.
And not speedily is a good word.
Words.
Yeah, and you did see that approach of just committing to the swing, the run through, matched immediately, just to kind of, that's her choice of how to control that barn door. And then a little bit of wrestling, just sort of a blind, it's got to be blind, right? When you're thinking, you know, you look through your own body, it's hard to see where your feet are going. But really, as you said earlier, once you're near that last hold, no issue.
Yeah, that was her top. There's Omar at the bottom getting the shots. So we're just working our way through all these boulders. I think we're going to show you a little bit of everything, which means we've got Artur coming up next that you chatted to in ISO. If you've got us on in the background, we will tell you when the comp's about to start. So you can go get yourself a cup of coffee or something.
Absolutely, yeah, depending on what part of the world you're in, what time of day it is for you.
True. Here, it's beer o'clock, isn't it?
It is beer o'clock here.
8.
Yeah.
This was a GAT. No, it's not a GAT. Is it a GAT? No, it's not.
It's
Lucija. We're back to boulder number 1. Boulder number 2. Very doable boulder number 2. And I think if you had the sort of power in your stable of moves, it was easier for you. But boulder number 2 for the men, this is the run and jump that Anže was talking to you about. He didn't really like these kind of moves.
No, and he said he did say a man of my age starts to get worried about the fall, and it's quite committing to put a run and jump up high. We often see them in gyms a little bit lower, just because you are in a very low percentage space.
Yeah, it was. Meanwhile, for the women, Amber didn't quite get to grips with this boulder. She was fighting hard, and this was her best attempt where she latched in the toe, but you can see the energy draining away. Needed a bit more height to bring that right hand through. Not quite for her.
Yeah, and this shrug position is, that is universal in climbing. Our two are also fighting, and he did say, the first 2 boulders didn't go super well for me, and but that also means that there are 2 more boulders to go out and do. So that reset, that flip, that's such a critical part of competition mindset. You can't dwell in the things you didn't do. There's really no value in that, but it's also not easy to push out boulders that you think you could have done. Somebody said, if I had one more try, Sam said, if I had one more try, I could have done it. So are you thinking about that one more try? Like, how many what ifs are there in a competition season overall? But really, I mean, good climbing from him.
Yeah, we're skipping back and forth a little bit here, but we're watching Lily and Sam. They were our final 2 out. Lily got it done very quickly, flashing her boulder. Sam, meanwhile, as we just look at Lily, who's almost surprised. Yeah, Sam took a massive fall. This might be it. Let's see if our replay guys found the face plant. Not that go. So it was the
that was clean.
Go.
Yeah,
that was the good one. He did fall near his face in a couple of seconds later on, but I don't think we've got that for you. So it was a risky one for Sam. One more go. He would have got it.
He would have got it. And I mean, I believe lots of people, a lot of my friends would say that. I do not believe them. But Sam, I think I believe that with one more go, he would have got that.
Yeah, and it's left him in a good position. This was, are we going to see it? Is this the face plant?
Yeah, I didn't see it, so I'm really excited.
This might be the actual one he did quite well on. That's the face plant. There we go.
Goodness. As you say, just managed to get his face out of the way.
Just, yes. It was kind of knees in action. And then the final go, unless we're going to see this again, was the one he did really well on. This was the launch around, where he ignored the volume and tried to catch it with the right hand. Nope, it's the fall again. Oh, Sam. Yeah, just the way he fell. He hit knees before face.
Not ideal, as they would say. That's not what we teach you.
Knees before face. It's better than face before knees, but yes, that was great.
Touche.
This is potentially the go. Well, no.
No.
Toto.
No.
That wasn't.
Okay. But if you've been watching, you saw the go.
Yeah, the go was, what he did was instead of trying to come into the left hand and press with the right, he went all the way around the corner, hit the jug with the left hand, and then tried to compress with the right, which was potentially the beater, I think.
Because there's so much momentum to try and stop in the Gaston position, just carry the momentum through and then close it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that.
Blind, it's around the corner, it was tricky, and it's in the past. It doesn't matter, because that boulder is gone. I'm going to have a look out the window. Where are we at?
So what are they doing out there?
They're faffing. No, they're cleaning up. We've got cleaning up. So I think what they've done is they've set the boulder. It might be a good time for you to look at YouTube comments. Maybe?
Yeah, let's have a look and see what people are talking about. I'm interested to see who's hanging out in this break, who's getting a beverage, as they say.
Yeah, thank you to guys who've been commenting for the last couple of live streams as well. You can send hearts, you can send comments, you can ask questions even. If you want to know anything about comp climbing, myself and Pete will be more than happy to help. And we are bringing 2 more route setters in as well. So
we do have a good question for you here.
For me?
Yeah, Matt.
Oh, God.
Nowadays, what are the popular climbing shoes among the athletes in competition?
Now, listen. I wear a certain brand of shoes from Unparalleled, so I'm going to say hand on heart that Unparalleled are the best climbing shoes around because I'm allowed to and no one's going to stop me. But I do genuinely use their shoes.
I'm just going to take you off.
No, don't do that. I think it's less about brands and more about the rubber and soft and hard. We see fewer hard shoes. You know, like stiffer shoes, not really a thing nowadays. Big slopey volumes means you want a softer shoe. Yeah, so, you know, there's a few Sportiva models kicking around which are a little bit stiffer, but a lot of people are going down like the Fury Air routes, the Dragos, you know, that kind of side of things. For me, anyway, that's what I've seen. What about yourself?
I have been climbing in a brand that won't be as familiar over here from a company in the States called So Ill.
Oh, I know.
So out of Southern Illinois, they make a lot of holds, and they have remade a line of shoes in the last few years. They've been developed for a long time. Fred Nicole involved in the shoe design there, and they have a really good run of shoes. And they have, as you're saying, the near perfect all-round indoor shoe. There's no midsole at all, so really soft. So really good in that volume situation and the smearing the big slopey holds, but also enough tension in the rand to get you some toe power where you need it. So a couple of really cool lines from them.
We've used this as an example to shout out our private sponsors, so thank you very much, private sponsors.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for asking that question.
So Ill also has just a white shoe.
Yes.
Which I think is interesting as a design.
Yeah, the guys behind that also believe in why not just make something that has design aesthetic to it. So he's got that part of his vision is, well, what if we didn't use the same colors that every other climbing shoe company uses, or the same T-shirt shoe company that, you know, the same clothing colors that everyone else uses. So they're big on pinks and teals and muted tones. Some of their hold colors are unreal. And we see them out here, that kind of palette. And yeah, they made an all-white shoe, which is pretty striking. I don't know how it holds up after a summer in the forest, but
my friend has gone sort of muddy.
Yes.
But that's fair enough.
Yeah, it's fair enough. So, I mean, suffice to say that there are as many shoe designs out there that you could easily find something that you'd be interested in. But generally, as you were saying, competition climbers want to have something that's all round. The ability to smear on volumes is becoming so important. Less so. Maybe if you're climbing routes, you still want to have that aggressive toe down because routes tend to stay steep for quite a bit longer on that side of the circuit.
We have got a cave coming up, potentially, for the next set of boulders. Yeah, and that is a couple of minutes away. So the route setters right now just clearing up the space to make sure, obviously, there's no screws to land on for the athletes.
Yeah, it's chaos down there. Like, normally the reset time is chaos enough, but here they're really under the gun. I think Gregor laughed yesterday, was chatting with him, he's like, lots of time, it's fine. But he undersells literally everything.
Yeah, the setters will obviously have planned out these boulders. It'll be marked on the wall. They know exactly where it needs to go. There might be a couple of last-minute tweaks, but you'd think most of the hard work is done here.
Yeah, and that's what Remi and I were saying earlier, is that their job during the competition is to watch and make sure that they get the level right. Having seen the women on the first 2 boulders, though, in this situation, I am curious to see if there'll be a little
tweak down, maybe. Yeah, they've struggled with a couple of them, for sure. But then we have got some, quick sends as well, Lucia, everyone. So we'll have to wait and see. But once they are done with their task, they're going to come upstairs and join me, I think, in the commentary box here, where we get to talk through. And I think we see a video preview.
Yeah, I think we're actually going to Omar's videos, I think. He shot some previews because they set these actually quite a long time ago. So if you're not really that involved in the behind-the-scenes side, you just sort of show up and you watch competitions. They show up a week ago. They've been here for a while, and they set the boulders. Usually, they set the finals as an idea first, then they set the semifinals, and they have to set 60 boulders as qualifiers. But they set the finals a long time ago. So they had time to film them in situ when there was no one in the gym. So they look really good, clean on the wall. The mats have been vacuumed. So the videos generally look pretty tight. And then they take them down, and as you say, they box them up, and they mark them. They have been getting really creative over the years so that you, in a gym where there's lots of competitions, there's lots of marks on the wall. So you have to be able to know what your 2026 Doc Masters comp markings are. But they get pretty creative. And some of the close-ups you see the white paint pen and very intricate runes to mark the holds.
All right, well, the setters are doing their job. I wonder if team, if you're listening, if we can see a leaderboard, perhaps, so we can just remind ourselves of where we're at. I don't know if that's technically possible. We are. So we're going to have a look at the leaderboard. Now, to remind everyone, we're at the halfway stage of our competition. The men and women have both climbed 2 boulders. There are 2 more to go, and it's all to play for at the moment, although some athletes are slipping a little bit out of touch, and others are beginning to pull ahead, but it's all going to be down to the wire. So we're going to have a look at the scores. So let's check it out for the men and women. And for the women, Lucija Tarkus with that flash of boulder number 2. She jumps up into the top spots over Georgia Tessio and Selma Munue, who is in 3rd. Lily Agrapart out of the top 3, but in touch. And then Sam Richard leading the way in the 1st position, followed by Guillermo and Angers. And Slav is the one outside of the top 3 at the moment in 4th, and Julian and Arta after that. So that's where things stand, Pete.
But interestingly, with only 1 top out of the first 2 boulders, it means that you could flip that leaderboard on its head if you saw 2 tops out of the climbers on the bottom half, and the sort of the 4, 5, 6 positions. There's room, as you say, all to play for.
Right, we're being told that the athletes are almost ready. You saw that shot of the arena itself. It's all cleared now. There's a blue light on down there, and the athletes are being gathered once more. And then we'll bring our route setters up in a couple of seconds to have a little chat, when we can find them anyway.
When we can find them. And what we do, of course, is they have to preview these again. So we're going to rinse and repeat what you saw at the beginning of the show as the athletes. They pull them back out, and they get their 2 minutes to look at each boulder, talk about it. We did see, Andre did say, it's nice to have somebody who has an outside-of-the-box opinion because it makes you think a little bit.
Okay, well, we're going to go away for now and go down to our MCs who are announcing the athletes to the crowd.
Yes, daar gaan ze. Reading has started.
En ook voor het inlezen wordt er opgepoft. Want je wil gelijk voelen hoe deze grepen aan de hand zijn.
Checking out the next set of boulders. If you're just joining us, welcome to the second half of Dock Masters. The athletes have been waiting patiently in the isolation area. And the 2 new boulders are on the wall, and there isn't a cave, which is interesting, but there is a slab, it looks like, for the men. They'll have to work their way from right to left, zone right in the middle. And for the women, interesting in the corner, where men's boulder number 1 went. And this is a fascinating set by our route setters. I was surprised by that one. I would have thought they would have used the cave, and it's kind of interesting they haven't. I think that would have put the cat amongst the pigeons a little bit, as the athletes won't have expected. I think Pete's back. You're back. I thought you were going to be a route setter.
I'm a bad route setter, if that helps. I am back. So the route setters, I mean, they are super busy. We were hoping to get them back up here, but you and I are going to talk about boulders.
That's good. Well, I'm looking at them now, and I was just saying how surprised I am. There isn't. Well, hang on. Let's look at boulder number 3 from our Omar's video here. So starting in the corner, similar kind of move from the men.
Yeah, it's sort of a handless. You see the palm prints there. That's going to give the climbers a little bit of a hint about what needs to be done, and lots of sort of confusion here. Blocked holds, options, again, a pretty decent. And then, you know, the part of this reset means we get longer boulders. So definitely a few more moves to contend with coming out of the corner here. And women's number 4.
Oh, I see. Right. Women's number 4. Now I'm with you. That looks very different from what I just saw. No texture to start off with when you start to transfer over, but some good holds coming up in the middle of the wall, which just shows you what's coming next. So you've got to jump around the corner again. You're going to leap out towards nothingness, and hidden cheekily behind this little arete are the final few holds. So interesting top, that one.
Yeah, I think route setters sometimes like to mirror boulders across the genders, so that feels like the women's coordination boulder, a jump, a compression, a committing move. So risk, one of the tools in the route setter's toolbox is to say climbers, okay, what are you willing to put on the table, risk versus reward? And if you don't go big, you're not going to get that top.
You're not going to be on the podium. Let's have a look at our second set of previews then. Men's block number 3, and there are some blocked holds down there, and lots of shiny, no texture.
And maybe, I mean, sometimes lots of holds means confusion. but they are in also that kind of kickback section. It's not that steep, but it's steep enough to change your angles. That is a decent hold there, which tells me there may be a jump to be had.
Yeah, I
and
think
then a
so.
landing.
Yeah, you got to go up there, haven't you? It's the only hold really in the middle part. And then over on the left, the final few holds, lots of slippy no-tex. You're going to have to be careful where you put your feet on this, and I think you're going to have to stand on some no-texture at some point. But the final block for the men comes right on the edge of the cave-like feature, and there's some nasty holds. I don't like those blue ones to hold on to anyway.
Yeah, I like to look at them. I don't necessarily want to be trying to grab them. That black press hold, so that a steeper part of the wall, and then a transition. So this is quite a bit of rock climbing, a little bit longer, but that finish hold does look to be decent, and we'll see, what they need to do to get up there. So as you say, put the cave out of the question. So maybe that's a little bit of gamesmanship from the setters, like the cave is coming, and they're ready for the power boulder, and they're like, well, actually, no, we're not going to give you the cave.
I would have put money on it, but interesting the setters haven't, and it's going to be great regardless. Okay, so that's all the talking pretty much done now. The second half of our competition is ramping up. Remember, YouTube comments. Pete's checking them, I'm checking them. Any questions you have, any support for the athletes, do send them out. And the funniest comment will probably get a shout out because we're children here in the comment box. So
we like a good laugh here.
So send us something ridiculous and we'll probably read it out. There's incentive. Ridiculous within reason. Okay, legalities.
Yeah, let's not tip across moral and ethical lines, shall we?
A bit, maybe.
You can butt up against them.
Yes, exactly. Touch. But yeah, that's available for you guys at home, and I can see our athletes leaving the stage, everyone, and that is exciting because it means it's almost time for us to get going. The athletes will be moving their way around back into the isolation area. Last minute shake and a chalk up, and that'll be it. Anything hilarious?
Yeah, there's some good comments about shoes here. So right after that, we're like, amazing. I climb in loafers, I climb in Uggs, I climb in work boots, I climb in dock boots.
Wow. Is a dock boot not a work boot?
I mean, maybe a dock boot is it. I'm not a dock worker.
No, true. Is it not Doc Martens? Is it Doc Martens? Or Doc working? I don't know.
That's a top-end pun.
That
is a top-end pun, is a Doc Marten.
I punish it.
Yeah.
You're not specific.
No. And then a good point here, much praise for the amazing volunteers. So any competition relies on volunteers, and there are so many here. The staff come from all different gyms here at Energiehaven. They borrow from their other gyms, but there's so many people involved, not just, we talk about the route setters a lot, we talk about the climbers a lot. The judges from the NKBV, of course. I mean, the production crew, they're not volunteers, but they're a critical part of the program. Yep. But yeah, absolutely. Any competition, anybody that's ever put on a competition knows that volunteers are critical. So if you're watching this and you want to get closer to the action, you get a heck of a seat. Go volunteer at your gym's next climbing competition. Be part of that. Help the sport grow from whatever level you're at.
Yeah,
absolutely.
100%. Thank you guys very much. Okay.
You know what I'm looking for, Matt, is that you got away with a "that's what she said" moment.
Did I?
Nobody called it out. You said some are soft, some are hard.
Some are.
Yep, you did say that.
It's a fact.
We're talking about shoes, and I just want to point out that you seem to have gotten away with that.
It wasn't as glaring as yours, that's what I'm saying. All right, our first athletes are ready, so let's get cracking with the competition. Lucija Tarkus and Julian Weimer will be the first out, and there they are in the holding area. Lucija looking chill, looking ready. Looking strong this year as well.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, now, Julian, the fist bump has come in.
He's looking more relaxed by boulder number 3. He knows what's going on now.
Yeah, you're used to the camera being 6 inches from your nose.
Yeah, it's already there. Okay, so the men's, first of all, pressing into this first position. I wonder if men's going to be, if his second half is going to be a bit easier. The first was very tricky for the men.
Yeah, absolutely. Just made them really, really work for it. Here, a little, as we said, what did you call it? The thumb undercling, the thumdercling.
Undercling, thumb scrag.
Thumb scrag.
Right, one arm, you got a Houdini swap to get the zone hand swapped over. He's a move away for a flash here.
Yeah.
Very slippy though, that's no texture we're standing on.
Just need to be careful while also generating some momentum.
I think you got to jump off it. Surely got to land and go. Oh, wow.
Oh, okay, that looks like it might pose a few difficulties.
Bit next level, that.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Bit of evolution of setting. Lucija did well as well. She was halfway through her boulder before coming back down.
And getting into that, as we assumed, a press position.
In that corner, a really interesting feature for the setters to play with. And, we talked about this all weekend, but it's unique to see a comp all this featured.
Yeah, absolutely. The World Cup venues tend to be very square, very flat angles. They tend to be easier to set on overall, but this, you know, the opportunity to change angles is, it's fun for the climbers, it's fun for the route setters.
I wonder if you go slow or fast on this. He's caught in two minds. He's gone fast twice now, as in like fast into position. I wonder if you could just creep over, but
maybe.
Really commit to the feet.
Yeah, a bit insecure here in that kind of stem position that you have to release. The wider you get there, the trickier it becomes, but that's good control.
Yeah, elevator door holding open move.
That's a universal. Yeah. that one crosses country boundaries.
Maybe a toe on the right-hand side. She's making room for it. Reaches up into the side pull.
Over, and then the top here, there are no holds screwed to this volume. But we assume there is enough friction to get the angles right.
Yeah,
but she's not going with any type of gusto.
There's nothing to hold on to.
Yeah. Ooh.
Showing control will be tricky here, but that's going to be enough.
Good stuff.
Yeah, solid position. This is a hard one to judge because, you know, any wobble, and they're not going to give it for the athletes. But Lucija sort of showed us the correct match and top there.
Yeah, you as a climber, you spend more time than you think you need to establish that. Julian back up into this, and as you say, will he change his approach? I am also curious whether there's a lean versus a hop to be had, but it is quite far.
He's trying to stop it with thumbs underneath. I think probably that's the way, because I think if you were to lâcher, land, jump off no tax, you'd land on your
you'd land on your face.
I'm doing a sort of face forward.
There's a face plant move is happening in the booth here.
But Sam is out there, you know, who seems willing to face plant today, so we'll have to see how he does it.
And then it is funny that you say that, because sometimes the risk to go big can be the difference. I mean, you do have to be willing to miss the move to try the move. So, the move to the zone, I think everyone will probably flash that. That won't be the difference here. He's
going for a bigger move. He's matching the hand over the top. Yes, he is.
That is low percentage.
You got to shove those hips into the wall if you can. He's standing on nothing. Two of our judges there.
Thank you to them.
20 seconds on boulder number 3. That's the one.
Boulder number 1 of the second half.
Yes.
If you want to do math, it's boulder number 3.
I haven't had a second half before. I don't hate it.
Right?
Yeah, it's all right.
I mean, we're getting closer to football. We have extra time in the 4+. We're in our second half.
Where's the beers and pies?
They're just downstairs. They're just out of reach for us.
So far away.
They're just out of reach.
No volunteers have brought us a beer yet, Pete. So they're not that good.
He's jumped on with his last. We've reset the clock, but really it should be at zeros. This is his last attempt into the plus time. He might take a breath here just to compose himself.
All right, so here we go. He's going to maybe go slow. I think it's far, though. You're very stretched out if you go slow.
Went quite a bit bigger that time and maybe just got a little bit too opened up. You saw he only got the left hand on, but the crowd let him know they were behind him. And we're going to move on to our second pair.
Yeah, climber from the Netherlands, from Amber there, and then Arthur as well. Thinking man, yeah, you're going to have to be, sir. You need to step it up here if you want that title in 2026 to add to your 2025 one.
Yeah, I like that. He said he had to get into a space to refocus. It's important.
I mean, a second half can do that, can't it? You know, you get the managers chat. You have your bite of orange in the changing room, and then you get going for the second half. So maybe it's helped him.
Yeah, you have time to regroup, and you have time, a little bit of extra time to kind of push the mistakes out of the way and turn around and refocus.
And both athletes need to do this because Amber is behind as well. It's a nerve-wracking moment for these two.
I like this opening move on the women's boulder. It's very doable, but tenuous.
Arthur flashes the zone. It's all about this move, though. What do you do? Oh, I tried to get the right foot on.
Yeah.
But he sort of hopped the left out of the way there. I think that will get cleaner.
Yeah, a little test swing just to see Amber working out the stem across the open book.
That right foot up first was important. She didn't do that originally and then had a rethink. And now elevator door time. Hold it open.
Oh, that's hard with the volume for a foot. And really working hard here to turn the corner.
Just about, but the foot slipped to the last moment. She went left there. She holds her pecs there. It's really powerful, those moves.
Absolutely. you're putting so much pressure into your feet to kind of turn that corner and create that lie back position. And the volume friction is tenuous at best.
Yeah. Another go for him.
I love this angle just to sort of see them come across this. Accurate for the foot, and then push hard into that. Doesn't quite have enough momentum. Oh, and they put some microphones up at the top of the wall. You heard the grunt there, and then the double slap. So I love that that's a little bit of extra into this broadcast, is a little sound that we don't normally hear that close up.
Mics on the wall, they're good, aren't they? Well done, team. So Amber's having a long think, can't quite work this out. There's not a lot really to think about. It's just one of those boulders where you just pray your feet don't slip. This is Artur on the top. Trying to get the range of this one. That left foot where he's landing, full slip. You can see him slipping there.
Just sort of swinging across.
There is Amber, right. The music really tensiony here in the stadium as we come up just past 8:30 here. So about another hour or so to go on our broadcast for climbing. Lots of action ahead of us.
Amber skipping the elevator door and trying to go into a compression move. Maybe either out of being unsure if she could do that turnaround swap and thinking maybe just a little bit of efficiency in dynamic movement, which is often a good option. Slow and powerful can drain you, while maybe sort of thinking that being explosive is harder, it can actually be much more efficient.
Agreed. Artur wants the crowd behind him, and they respond. Here comes the launch. The right foot.
Maybe a toe catch to be had in there,
Yeah.
but that's a lot going on. To land the left, 2 thumbs up, and it might seem as though it's not that much of an interference, but the no-tex along the ridge, if you just miss where your fingers are, you immediately feel the slippery part of that hold. It just strips your confidence.
Yeah, you're done, aren't you? So let's see if Amber will do the skip again. I think she might try to go for it. I mean, she knows the hole's there for a reason. The 4-minute mark goes, so this is it for her.
She could probably hang out here for a little while.
As long as you want. Artur's on the wall as well.
We're going back to the elevator door, just carefully. She had a foot on the spine of the volume, which that's a dangerous place to be. There's not a lot of pushback. To her, the final swing. Tried to go maybe there's a desperate 1, 2, 3 to be had, but that final hold is terrible.
So no sends for them, and they needed that, so they will be out of touch right now. Selma is still in touch, so she could do okay. And then Slav Kirov, he does need a top here as well if he wants to keep in this leaderboard.
Slav has quite a bit of success spread out over the last couple of years. Some youth podiums to be had at Youth World Championships just back in 2024. So he's, you know, the younger climbers will still have that youth experience from only a couple of years ago. Sometimes it can be hard to get the World Cup experience, but you're looking back on your high-end competition when you were just a little bit younger.
Yeah, and a high-level setting team here. They're World Cup setters throughout, so it's a good opportunity for the athletes to get some practice in before the season kicks off. Right, this move should be doable, and it is. Well done. Now, what can Slav do with his second jump here?
We're going to see just very subtle variations of the same idea. See him even a lot more. Ooh, slowed that right. I like that. I like that.
Not bad. Just that left thumb in action, though. Maybe bringing the right thumb in next time. So Selma's set in the corner. Big move from her.
Yeah, she went immediately to compression. Which, to be fair, I mean, they're used to that, right? They expect the setters to do that kind of thing. It is enticing. The zone hold is quite good.
Yeah, it's an interesting one for her to work out here. But she's done this. She's left it to about the last minute on the boulders she's sent. So she's got plenty of time. Won't be panicking yet.
No. Slava. I mean, as you say, the beginning of this boulder, everyone should have no problem, quote unquote, but you have to still be careful. And you have to think about it, and it takes time to get there.
Yeah, especially that Houdini swap. If you rush that, you'll be sent down. But what is going on with this? The answer, no one has managed to unlock yet. Much slower, that's good.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I think that is the answer. But your feet are still on nothing. Well, your feet are sliding around here. You've still got a match. There is the match.
Manages to do it. Look at that. He is very psyched to have worked that out. That was spicy.
Suddenly back in a running because Slav was out of it until he got that done. So we'll wait and see a leaderboard, hopefully at the end of this one. Well, she is fighting here.
She's moved over to the slower approach there and made it work quite nicely.
Yeah, here we go. We've seen Lucija do it. Can she copy? Salma's one hand away here. There's the palm print.
Doesn't love that. And there we go.
Yeah, latched it.
Yeah.
Right, let's see where that's left the leaderboard as things stand. Slav's score I'm interested in because he was out of it up until that boulder.
Yeah, and I mean, remember that 4 of the climbers haven't climbed, but that'll push them back up into space.
Okay, this hasn't been updated yet, but we see that Lucia's score is in. Salma's will just wait for, maybe the men's has been reset.
Yeah, we say live scoring, but there is a small delay as the judges put their scores in, and we'll have a look here as Slav slower. So this is almost gentle the way he makes this move come across.
And he just slid that left foot along.
Yeah.
You can see in a minute, just on it. Oh, nice and delicate.
Really
I mean,
good like that.
Less delicate from that angle, to be fair.
Yeah, delicate is relative. It's a relative expression in this case. But he does make it work. And as you say, skating around down there and then just finding the tension necessary to make that happen.
Okay, reset time. Agathe Calais is waiting. Gives us a little bit
wave.
of a wave, yeah. She's looking chill still.
Anže, oh, a little fist bump for the partner. Thumbs up, let's go. He means it. It is definitely time for a let's go.
All right, so there's 2 wait in the shadows. The lights will be switched on, and then they'll get climbing. So Agathe into the corner on the right of the screen. Anže in the center. We've seen everyone flash the zone, I think.
So far, yes, we have. Yes, we have.
I love it when you
Confirmed.
say I say things like that. I don't really know, in all honesty. I think there has been a flash. Agathe, fairly horizontal there. She catches that in sort of a human plank on the wall. Anže might just be in trouble.
Yeah.
Come on, mate, don't do that.
Yeah, just working it out.
Okay,
there
all
we go.
flashes.
Yeah.
He continues the trend. And Agathe as well doing well, brings that left foot up, needs that left foot on something.
Ooh. Yeah, just, I mean, it's not academic to get into that position. I mean, you've got to get both hips up really high. The side pull is good, but it's sapping. So you don't want to spend too much time on it.
Yeah, I think she placed the right foot too high to bring the left foot on the slab.
Anže did a little bit of a tip over, so sort of halfway in between maybe what we saw Artur doing and what we saw Slav come up with.
The right idea, I think. Slow that movement down. Makes it easy to grab with the thumbs. Agathe launches on the side of your screen. We see the top of her boulder as we pan away.
Yeah.
Didn't like it. That go came straight off. I think she cracked her elbow on the way down that first time. I think she's all right. She had a little look for blood.
And it's a common side effect of falling off boulders is whacking elbows and knees off of things on the way down, unfortunately. I love seeing the battle scars after climbing competitions. You see tape everywhere. People have their shins taped. People have their forearms, their elbows, their knees. I've seen knee bar rash to just, you know that's going to hurt in the shower.
Brutal sport. It's an extreme sport.
It is an extreme sport.
Sometimes.
Anže now.
He had the right idea before. Let's see if he can build on that now. Yes, he can. Oh, not quite though. That palm, I thought it was solid there.
Yeah, the right amount of momentum for sure.
And Agat's changed her mind as well. She put the left up first, then put the right foot back on.
What will she do here?
Yeah, I'm interested. Is she going to do this power slap? I think slower is better. Yeah.
The feet are just ugly.
Dancing back and forth.
Oh.
And then you got
might do a version of both. So there is a hold screwed into the inside of that, but I think she hogged it. You see her there, she tried to match really on what would be the worst part of that side pull. Yeah. And yeah, a little frustration perhaps. Having a look at the shoes. I mean, none of them look comfortable with their feet so far on that volume, and that especially on the corner of it.
Yeah, Ange, though, he's looking comfortable on the move to the zone. He's looking good up to here. Here comes the launch.
And he does look committed to going one hand, stalling it out with one hand. It does play well into the less momentum. He's just sort of leaning into it, but whether or not you can hold what becomes a barn door, we shall see.
Yeah, he's looking good down low. Agat in the background, she gets pulled on once more. Ange into the zone, quick Houdini swap. 33 seconds left on the clock.
Maybe enough time for...
Ooh, something different.
What? He landed right foot.
Yeah, he's trying it.
Yeah.
Who else was trying that? Slab was trying that as well for a while, and Artur as well.
Just to get further over and allow that tip to come down, yeah. They are going to get one more. Ange...
Has Agat got a zone yet? I don't think she has.
She has not.
So this could be problematic.
This could be. Could put a shift. She's going to let her run down, as we know, to about 3-2. Jeez, just give yourself a buffer. All right, into the plus. Ange Agat.
So Agat needs to figure it out on the fly. Ange knows what he's doing-ish. Let's see which method he sticks to, right or left foot. Going to go right foot. Not quite.
Yeah, he got not as deep in that time. He was sort of thumb only at that point. And Agat moving through here. She's going to want to be careful, but you can't spend too long being careful. You do have to commit to go. Does make the barn door work.
So our final few out, Georgia Tessio versus Guillermo. So versus, what am I doing? They're not against each other. Score's a bit problematic at the moment, but we're having a little look down here because Lucija Tarkus is still leading the way after that one. And then, have we got an update yet?
I can't tell when it's been updated. Well,
when it gets sorted out, we'll let you know. But Georgia Tessio is still, Lucija Tarkus is leading the way, and Georgia Tessio is on the wall now.
Yeah, I'm on the app and it doesn't show an update after Boulder 3 for anyone yet.
Okay.
So maybe we're having a bit of a gap in the app. Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow. Well, hang on, because he just launched left with just one hand, avoided that thumb scrag in the middle.
I like that.
Straight into the zone. And he's on for a flash technically here.
Yeah, and he's got his foot over. Oh my goodness.
Is he tall enough though? Not quite.
Oof. So of two minds, maybe of three minds, he tried a few different things there. And just to confirm, Jongwon Chan was here.
Where are you, Jongwon? I can't believe you didn't say hello. I genuinely feel like he's abandoned me. So if you can message Jongwon, please, and just say, oi.
Come and say hi.
Matt misses you.
Yeah, come to the booth. We'll let you in. We'll let you into the booth.
Well, maybe
here.
not, to be honest. I don't know if we've got a pass for that one. You never know with that boy. Right, 2 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. And Georgia did a huge throw out into that press position. She took the pace off a little bit. It's a bit less wild now, but she's looking good.
Some thinking time for Guillermo.
Yeah, let's watch Georgia on the back of your screen here. Presses into the corner, brings the right left foot up first of all. So far, so good from her. Doesn't even need that other volume to back step onto. Keeping very high here as well.
Which could be an advantage. Ooh, a little slip from her and a little slip from Guillermo.
Lucija made that move look so easy to the zone on that first.
I know. She's climbing really well.
Yeah, she is. Absolutely is. Minute 30. Everyone, we're in the thinking phase, as you said, of this comp right now. Everyone's just sort of waiting to make a break for it on the last boulder.
Yeah, they're milling around, a lot of staring, a lot of hands on hips.
The scores are going to be very, very close as we come into our final climb here. One last climber on boulder 3, first of all.
What is he going to do on this? He's still got a few attempts in the bag. Got a little more palm on that one, but also didn't look like he was trying to match. Like it looks, so him and Ange the same way, looked like they were trying to hold it with one and then come across if need be. And Georgia here, fighting with decision making, going back to the high toe. That's
she wants to jam it in, doesn't she? She's kind of works.
She did make it work. You saw it was an aggressive move to the zone just from that, because of that foot placement. The animal then went two hands. Georgia now going to get into position and will get the top after a good bit of effort. Well earned, I would say.
Yeah, good fight from her. She gets it done, comes back down. Guillermo has 23 seconds of time to finish his climb. Unless he's gone, can't see it from that angle. No, he's still on the wall.
Still on the wall. Don't rush now, no need. Look at that, enough pinch power to do a little pull-up on the final hold. Took him a few cracks.
I think it surprised him as well. He sort of ended up there like, oh my goodness.
I've done it.
Yeah, just in time as well. So good work from him. We will update you with the scores when we can. Thank you for bearing with us. Lily Agrapart is waiting in the wings. Our top qualifier, so is Samuel Richards.
I have got a list here sent to me. So at the moment, Lucia on top with 3 tops, and then Selma also with 3, and then we have Georgia and Lily with 2, but Lily with a boulder in hand and
Georgia as
a
well
third
hasn't
one
been
here.
updated yet.
And
so
Georgia, you're right, has not been updated yet.
But she's currently in third, so doing well. Right, Lily takes a long pause before going left, and then that was a bit awkward, sort of skipped over and tried to plant that left hand. Sam stretches towards the thumb-dickling, thumb-scrag jobby.
Just sort of evaluating, right? They know it's okay. This is fine. It's a jug. Just be careful. It's a lot of swing for that.
Yeah, had to be accurate on the jug, but he didn't hit it. Oh, he's going to go fast. Oh, he's going to do something wild. So did he land on friction there? Is there friction on that second?
There's a little bit on the second one, yeah.
Interesting.
Lily quickly back up into the space, and I'll just let you know that the leaderboard for the men now good. Guillermo sits on top with 2 tops in a zone. Slav with 2 tops, and then Sam Richard with 1 and 3, and Anjay on the bubble. So Julian and Arthur sitting in 5th and 6th. Well, maybe that means the women will be updated now. Yes, Georgia in 2nd with her 3rd top. So Lucia, Georgia, and Selma are the podium spots as they stand now. Lily can put herself into that mix. Get them thinking about it with the top here. She'll be in good shape. 1, 2, 3 footsteps there.
Trying a few different things, isn't he? Have to wait 2 minutes 18 now. Lily's been here before as well. Lock those shoulders. Hold the position.
Jeez.
Yeah,
they're doing well, but that is not comfortable.
You're sort of so tense. The second you take your thoughts out of your feet, you slip like that, you've gone. Very frustrating bit of slab. They wanted a slab. I don't think it's quite the slab they would have wanted on this one.
Yeah, it's a slab with holds,
yes.
Which sounds like a dream.
Yeah, slab with tension. Sam's loving this move.
Yeah.
Love watching him fly.
Just a chance to sort of hop with low risk.
Yeah, it's cool. Oh, nearly. That was very close. The biting point right there to stop that teeter backwards.
Just needs to get maybe something a little bit more purposeful with that right leg to not open up quite so much, or maybe just needs to get that thumb in a slightly better place. With someone as strong as that, maybe just needs to scooch over a ½ inch and he's going to be able to lock it down. I feel like he's on the cusp.
Yeah, I love a scooch as well. Great way. Let's see if he can scooch this time. Up he goes into the starting position. Right foot, left foot, easy stuff at the beginning, and once he's worked out this move, it's not too bad. The jump is always fun to see. There it is. It's like a frog. It's just like, bing. Off he goes. Sorry, Sam.
So he did say he was an animal, right? He's a wild animal out there. He does like the animal print. I'm not sure that frog is the direction he would have taken it.
No, snake, cool.
Yeah.
Zebra, great.
Great.
Frog,
leopard, fantastic. Frog, subtle.
What does a frog print even look like? Green with dots.
Green with dots.
Is that about it? Yellow dots?
Yeah, I would think so. We'll talk to him about it. We'll get somebody track down a frog shirt.
Well, the thing is, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles are all green, aren't they? So I don't know anymore. But he's made it stick. Who can't? No, he hasn't quite.
Oh, I mean, at the edge of his thumb, the footwork there is really what I'm impressed by. If we get another look, it'll be at that attempt. I'm almost shocked with how cleanly he's able to land with his feet across like this. This is, I mean, yes, watch the thumb, but watch the feet.
I like how my my animal knowledge goes down to Ninja
Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
Look at that, the lightness in
just
the
a
feet.
thumb. Just that left thumb, and then eventually it fired.
And then he almost saved it. Yeah. But that footwork is, that's really, really deft.
No more time for either athlete. And Lily is done, as is Sam. Couldn't quite give us the final show we would have wanted. And that's it.
Yeah, I would say I'm surprised not to see Lily do that bouldering.
Yes, maybe getting a bit tired out there, perhaps. But one more to go for the men and women. And let's see the leaderboard. So is that updated? Yes, I think it is anyway, because Lee didn't get it. So Lucija over Georgia and over Selma. Wow. I just want to say, Pete, I circled Lucia's name yesterday for potential winners.
But you didn't ever mention it.
No, I
out loud.
didn't, but I did do it. in fact, I'm going to find my scoreboard to prove a point. But meanwhile, Guillermo leaves the way over Slav and over Sam Richard, who had Sam gone backwards a little bit here after that sort of heroics on boulder number 1.
And Sam and Andre will be fighting for 3rd position.
I've just proved my point, by the way.
I
circled it yesterday.
He did circle her name, and you see the couch coming out. So this is the hangout area after they're done their attempt on boulder number 4. They'll go over there and they'll hang out and they'll watch their fellow competitors. You see them chit-chat. They'll commiserate sometimes, but you see a lot of hand movements over there talking about him. Oh, what did you do? Someone will come off a boulder. Did you do the boulder? And like, I didn't do the boulder.
Yep. Yeah, there's a few athletes. Jakob Schubert, who just doesn't stop talking when he comes off. Lucija Tarkus looks a little nervous. She's in the position to win this competition, but of course she'll play her hand first. Everyone else will watch and see how she's, sorry, not watch, but they will have to build on what she's done. She will have to watch everyone else climb. But this could be her moment to win this competition. I think if she gets to the top, she might have this.
Oh my goodness, it's tense stuff. And she'll have an idea of where she is because they sort of talk about whether the top boulders or not. I can't remember if there's a scoreboard in the room here.
There is,
peek at.
but not on the wall. I think you have to walk around the corner.
So, I mean, at any rate, she'll just want to send this boulder. Yeah. Because they always want to top every boulder.
And it's a simple one to read for them. You know, this is 2 cordo moves. So you do the first one towards that. Obviously, the idea is to not slide, but jump through, land on the zone, and then you go again. For the men, it just looks like a power piece, this.
Yeah, a lot holds to grab, but a lot of squeezing to be done. And I'm going to go out and say the feet just look uncomfortable.
Yeah, and this pinch very thin. You've got the thumb engaged. There's no texture in the middle. You've got to be accurate. And there's another one waiting for him. But he's not in the right position to unwind left at the moment.
And you look down, and when all the footholds look vertical, when you think the root setters have made a mistake, they didn't add the feet, it's really hard to push down on the side of it. There we go. Lucia does make it work. And we're going to get our first look at the big coordination move to come around this corner for the women. 1-2 hop.
Such a long way.
My goodness, lots of time to think about it too. She just fumbled the catch on the compression side.
But at least the setters put a cordo move at the same height as the men's cordo move. So everyone is in the same boat, which is, it's a bit scary.
Yeah, you're going to have to buckle down to get your job done. Just a good look at these pinches as he's brushing them. Lucia, you get a sense of the distance that she's got to travel.
Yeah, and then holds are all blind, of course, as well, as you round the corner. But look at that precision, those feet landing in the same place, committing to the jump.
And you just...
yeah, nothing to be had.
Yeah, she did touch the hold. It just shot right off.
Straight by it. She'll go again. Easy to the zone. Learnt that move really well. I don't even know where you stop on this boulder. It's round the corner.
I think you stop at the end.
Yeah.
Which is akin to the last place I looked. Of course, it's in the last place. You look because you stopped looking. You finish at the end.
I get you. Who knew? Who knew? I'm learning so much.
Yes. We do it different here at the Dock Masters. You finish at the end of the boulder.
You jump into the dock.
Yes, you do. You go off the water. Yeah. Maybe if it was a shade warmer.
I'd be fine. It's that cold water thing.
The bath?
Off and all that.
Yeah, my goodness.
I've never done that. I never want to do that.
I've cold bath to sort of kept my leg muscles when I played field sports to try and get a recovery, but it's not fun.
You're not one of those awful people telling us it's a good idea in the morning.
Good Lord, no. Jeez.
I need 4 cups of black coffee.
Yeah, and a blanket.
That's healthy.
Yeah.
Right, he's got to be accurate here. He was the first time, and he isn't the second time. Tickled it with 2 fingers.
Oh, and then you've got to re-pull the power. I almost drop off the boulder at that point. Just the ability to sort of sink and restart is so difficult on a power boulder.
Yeah. Keep your comments coming, by the way. We are having a look on YouTube. Lots of people talking about how wide they are, how cruel they are from Jet. Jet thinks it's cruel. I know what you mean, Jet. Sometimes it's that, you know, you feel a bit sorry for the athletes, but they enjoy a challenge like this.
It is their job to work hard.
She is flapping around the corner, but not quite.
Have we heard from our friend in the middle of the ocean? Should we be
Oh, the
worried?
boat person. Yeah, boat person, who sent us some coordinates last night of where they were. Maybe it was a rescue attempt. We don't know. We might never know. Are you okay?
Are you out there?
If not, though, I mean, if they don't.
I'd definitely rather hear something
Yes,
than
exactly.
not hear something.
Send us anything.
Yeah, really.
It's
At
Morse
this point,
code. It's
a thumbs up.
It's here with 23 seconds. Not a lot of time for this last move. I presume Julien isn't climbing. Can't see him.
Oh,
close.
She did slow it down. She does have enough time to get back on the boulder.
Yeah.
This is the magic of 4+.
If you say so, Pete.
I am saying.
We will get, we'll get this last bit. Where is Julien? I think he's there. He's
on.
Pulling on.
Took it right down to the wire. Some recovery from the power.
4+ being used well by all the athletes here. That is really hard, though. Her feet are so low. Lucija has one last chance at her jump. Julien falls.
Oh,
doesn't
she
like it.
resets.
Yeah, and this burns you a bit. Final climb, though. This is it for her. So that will not have added to the top she needs, but a zone is important, and she will still be on the top spot. So now she really is in the hot seat. She's waiting for everyone else.
Exactly, and it gets to be tense because, as we were mentioning a little bit earlier, you want to win when everyone else is also climbing well. So you're not hoping for people to fall, but you're hoping to win the dog basket.
You're not cheering too hard.
No.
Kind of celebrating a bit.
We get a little hand on the heart from Artur.
Wow. He's telling me a lot through his eyes.
Yes,
that man here.
communicating. Amber,
it's been a battle.
Lears and Artur have had a battle today.
He's still in it though. He's still trying for us, the people.
Yep.
I've got some kind of musical lined up for it. This is going to be.
This is Artur the musical.
Oh my goodness! It writes itself.
Yeah.
I want to play Artur. Oh dear. Amber,
I don't even know where to go from that. Amber on boulder number 4 now.
I've got the costume designer.
Yeah, already working through it.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, Amber hasn't got a top so far, so she'd like to walk away with this with some success.
Artur just immediately showing you how unfriendly no-text footholds are.
Good work from Amber, though. Flash the zone.
Just decide. How many swings, Matt? Some climbers you think swing maybe one too many times. You have a setup, and then you have the one where you think I'm not going fast enough.
Yeah, I mean, swinging is always difficult. It's hard to know how many swings one gets. But, I mean, I'm a kind of a 3 swinger.
You're a 3? Yeah.
Sort of one sighter, one back, one more, and then you launch.
And then you're like, because after that you start to second guess.
Double swing.
Double swing, yeah.
Artur has no swinging to do in his climb. It's just, it's a real gritty boulder for the men, this one.
Yeah, I mean, remember earlier when I said I liked pinches? I don't like these pinches. They're flared. Flaring is, like wide flaring is so difficult.
I've heard the athletes say that as well, that these holds specifically quite difficult for them.
This brand, like these
Yeah,
specific
brand.
ones.
I can't remember what the brand is, but I've been told this.
Yeah. He does get into that zone, and now's the moment for discussion.
Yeah.
I don't know that he gets it zone for that.
I wouldn't give it. No. I'm mean, but I wouldn't give it. We'll have to see what our judges say. Amber back and forth.
Ooh, that's the kind of speed I think is going to be successful.
Yeah,
whether or not she can reel in the timing and is grabbing something on the other side of the wall or not, to be determined.
Getting close.
Oh, you see, they're talking about the zone. I guarantee you he's saying, I don't think he got the zone. And she's saying, hey, yeah, it's fine.
I don't think he got it. Let's see Amber's go. There's so much she does with her hands here, which is interesting. Yeah, not necessarily trying to stop on a hole, but moving through the sequences.
And maybe just sort of doing enough to keep you close to the wall. Just kind of got a press, and then if she can get, there is a hold over there, if I recall.
Yes, round the corner.
Round the corner. Artur getting, I mean, you need to rest, and that's hard for the men, right? Is that on a powerful boulder where you might only get 3 attempts, and you're trying to move up in the ranks and you want to get an extra try in there, but this boulder would be so sapping. It's max effort.
Yeah, it is, and he's rested for quite a long time. Amber gets a lot of encouragement from the crowd. She's very close for her first top. Oh, that was it. She had a left hand on it.
Yeah, you could even see she slowed down quite a bit there.
I think all you need to do is press into that volume and it's done. I think that's where the match is, but it's difficult. We haven't quite got a shot of that yet.
Yeah, and the press, I mean, you say press, but it's flaring out. It's a hard squeeze.
Yeah, it's going to be a squeeze, and I don't think the feet are great. So it's got a lot of work on that last move, is what I mean.
we tip into that so often in competition climbing, where somebody looks very, very close to you're like, oh, they've touched the finish hole. They're basically done. You could try that 25 times and still not top the boulder. So often there's a lot to be had in a very small space.
Absolutely. She's only got 30 seconds plus the +4 on this. Into zone. Smooth from her so far. Artur will wait. Amber launches. Really good.
Oh, that felt like the one. Hands on head. She heard it from the crowd. She does have time to get one more in, and she definitely will. What do you think?
I think she's got this. That was as close as it could get. Artur will pull on for a final time as well. So this is it. Last seconds now.
Maximum squeeze required from him to get into that zone. Amber just has to be careful not to short the move.
Yeah, don't fall.
Yeah, don't fall there. Artur, I mean, he is spending a long time here.
He's done. So Artur is done, but all eyes really are on Amber over on the left. She's come close so many times. Can this final go work for her? She's heel hooking.
She's heel hooking to rest, wishing she had brought a chalk bag, I suspect.
Yeah.
A couple deep breaths.
Don't want to hang there too long. Not because we're bored, just because you get tired. It does get you, even on a jug. No
There we go. That was a little aggressive. I love it.
Let's see if it works for her. A bit of fight out on the wall as she goes. Not yet. She makes us wait. There's the jump. Oh! She tried something a bit different, eh?
Yeah. Oh my, she slowed it down so much. A little bit of heartbreak from Amber, a shrug. What more did you want me to do?
Doc Masters comp is done for this year. Selma's wondering what else going on.
Yeah.
She's been standing there for ages waiting.
Yeah, what am I in for right now? Slav ready for his battle with boulder number 4. I'm excited to see movement kind of come out of this boulder. I'm excited to see the move after the zone.
Well, Slav has it. He has it all to play for. He topped that boulder number 2.
Yep.
So he's right there. Could be on the cusp of a medal.
I believe so. And then immediately you see them talk. Oh.
The top.
Oh, right.
I see.
Oh, you grabbed the zone. Oh, I see.
I knew something to tell you.
Yeah.
All right, Selma flashes the zone. Slav is one hand away from the zone. He flashes the zone. Oh, Selma's going to flash the boulder. She's going to get this.
I believe you are right.
Surely.
This.
It's blind, though. Where's she going? We can't even see it. No, it's a flash. That's cool.
Wow.
I really hope the leaderboard is working. Please, leaderboard, if you are, show us some scores, because we would love to see what's going on with this one. Everything will be changing around at the moment as we wait for the updates.
I'm auto-refreshing.
You're on it.
Yeah.
Your thumbs are going.
My thumbs are going full speed. Slav looked good there.
Yeah. Yeah, Selma's had a great comp.
Enough.
I think she might be ahead of Lucija with that one.
We are about to find out. I think you're right.
So we'll show you the scores. At the moment, they're updated, everyone, so we'll keep you going. But I think she's jumped above with that one. Oh, it's very close anyway. All eyes then on Slav, climber number 3 out halfway through the last boulder. And he came pretty close. Tickled the zone hold. I think he would have got awarded it.
And here we go. Selma, as you suggested, sitting at the top of the board. Lucija just below with that zone on the last one. And then do we have, I mean, that's, no one can catch.
But Georgia, I think, might be able to, because she's on 3, right?
She's on
There's
3.
1 to go, so
Yep.
Georgia might be close. Slav Kirov leads the way. He's on the mat, so this is his chance to jump further ahead. But of course, Guillermo and Sam and Anjay still to come, so a lot for the men.
Yeah, the men can shuffle I think every climber could move the leaderboard.
Nearly lost that on that first move. Slav keeps pressing.
I like that right foot. That's got the most friction to push up through there. That looked really good to go to the zone. And then you got a look at how terrible the next hold is.
And that's the high point as well. So hard. He went for almost a 2-finger drag. That's about it. Tricky move. This is the top. The hidden hold around the corner. We now know it is pressing into that volume.
She slowed it down so well. Really big swing and then immediately under control.
The
little
left
toe hook,
yeah.
yeah. And then careful here. And this, I mean, it's still a flary pinch, but
it's still blind, isn't
it?
Oh, she had that locked off. She was all good. A minute for Slav to cement that top spot. He'll leave the stage still as the leader, but I'm not sure with the talent we've got coming later.
You see, I mean, I don't know how I tried, and it was crimpy, and
Lucia's
she's
like, just stop talking.
like,
I'm done.
I'm over talking about boulders for at least today.
Yeah.
And you know they'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah,
you know they'll be back tomorrow.
Well, the boulders stay up, so if you're in the area and you're listening to this thinking, I want to have a go on these, they'll be there, so you can come and try them.
Test your mettle, as it were.
What's going on here? 30 seconds, yeah. So we're still waiting on Slav.
Okay. I mean, will he take a safety run just in case he bobbles the opening move?
I think it's all or nothing time.
Yeah.
Here we go. Up he goes. Makes a little match. I want to move fast through these sequences. That's the risk.
Jeez. And then I love this right foot. Great position. Now, the heel. Throws it out right away.
It's just a bit stuck underneath himself, I think.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
In every way.
Maybe needed to kick a left foot out. Maybe.
Maybe. We shall see. Even that, it's flaring away. Like everything is facing in the wrong direction here. Great climb. You see him applaud for the crowd. Appreciate the sport. And we have Agathe Kellier for the last time and Andrzej Pehartz for the last time. Yes, they talked about that. That was a coordinated effort. And I even saw Agathe, I think, was laughing knowing what was coming. So she gave it away early.
Now, Agathe is a bit outside. She needs a top. Andrzej, though, is right on the bubble here for a medal. Could take the whole thing if things work out his way.
So as you mentioned, Slav sitting on top, 2 tops and 3 zones. But Andrzej can go 2 tops and 3 zones as well. Then it will start to come down to attempts, which is always spicy. Good stuff, a flash to the zone. That's going to help.
Yes, it is. He's a bit stuck, though. That heel will keep him, his hips towards the wall, but it slipped as he went. And Agathe flashed the zone, too. Nearly flashed the boulder.
Yeah, and took 1 swing, really.
Yeah, true.
Pretty casual. Maybe just testing it out.
Yeah, good first run by both athletes.
Yeah, I liked the confidence with which Andrzej went to the zone. But yeah, I'm with you. I didn't love that heel hook. It feels limiting.
Yeah.
I mean, it secures you in the position you're in, but
exactly.
It's really hard
Holds
to leave.
you there, but when you go away from it, really change it up. Maybe just a bit more squeeze is needed. Perhaps that's the key.
We did see, I mean, Slav try to toe to at least get some push, lateral push, but immediately rejected it. So, I mean, he's strong enough to know.
So this is Agathe into the zone again, that lovely juggy hole that's waiting for them in the middle of the wall.
Just a little second, restart the swing.
You got to feel it. Really good. Very, very close.
Yeah.
So I think she'll unlock this.
Yeah, it's that you felt it enough to know that you can do it, but you have that moment you're like, oh my God, I have to do it again.
Yeah.
I have to do it again. I know I can do it. I have to do it again.
Yes, exactly. Andrzej, this boulder sat. You can see how tired they are. That is pure fatigue and frustration at slippery boulders.
Yeah, and he got the double. He got a double.
Which is annoying when you're sliding off because there's no friction, you know. Just, what do you do?
It's like climbing in font. I've said that over and over again.
Well, we avoid it, though.
Yeah, of course we do. We're like, that looks polished, and I'm going to move on to something else. I got back up into the jump. Should be no problem once they've dialed in the distance. I'll get back up there every time. Can she work out the finish?
Yeah, she
I believe so.
Super close the time before. Andrzej is up towards the zone as well, but low on it. Again, though. I'm surprised.
That didn't look as good as the last attempt.
Andrzej has fought his way into that zone. He didn't have it at all.
No, and even there, I think he was very low.
Yeah, he's tired as well.
Yeah.
1 minute. So let's wait right now. Agathe, you'd think would go quite soon. Andrzej is looking tired. I think he'll wait. Tongue sticking out. She gets that boulder.
I mean, they are tired at this point. They qualified yesterday in the morning. They climbed, 5 attempts on 8 boulders or 6 boulders, I think. So quite a bit of rock climbing. And then semifinals, quite a bit of rock climbing. I mean, you get tired. I mean, yes, they're seasoned athletes. Yes, they're professional athletes. You get tired.
Especially early season, when skin isn't quite built up yet. And a few of them were taping up in ISO.
Yes.
Agathe, time before wasn't so good. That's much better. Sliding down, though, not quite.
Even the hop looks more sort of light and relaxed versus like grindy and powerful.
Starting to flow. 16 seconds, they're going to have to pull on quick here, and then our final 2. So about 10 minutes left of this competition before we will have
Just
a winner.
like that.
I know.
Just like that, we're down to it. Hanjay wants a little help, and they'll give it to him.
3 seconds, no coming down now. This is all or nothing time. Hanjay hits the low, as does Agat. Oh no, Hanjay is done.
Cannot readjust the feet. And we all eyes now on Agat in this last set of moves. 1, 2, 3, yes!
On the last go with the +4 time. Lovely moment there.
That is one of the beautiful things about the +4, Matt, is getting a top in extra time on the last boulder of your round when it looked like all hope was lost. That's wonderful stuff from Agat.
Same with the buzzer beater moment. We're going to have this argument forever.
We haven't seen a buzzer beater today, so we don't,
well,
we don't know.
You can't,
we
can
don't know.
Because of the +4. There's no buzzer beating. But we have had lots of exciting moments. Okay, I'll concede one.
Okay.
Now, Georgia has the potential to win this thing now. Needs to get it done quickly. Agat's score, I don't think will get her the gold medal, but it might be up towards a podium.
I'll give us a quick refresh here. We'll see what happens when she gets readjusted. No, it hasn't come up. Oh, it has come up yet. No, it doesn't make a difference because it only... Yeah, it gets her 1 out.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 out.
So Agat no podium, but Georgia in the background very much on for a podium here.
Yes, just
Goes
what
slowly.
color?
She really got caught up there. Didn't get it right at all.
Yeah, Georgia can affect the color of her medal with the top here.
So she is on for gold still?
On for silver. Ooh. Well, I don't have to, I mean, if I do math on
Did I
attempts,
ask you math? Sorry.
I'll need to...
That's fine, don't you?
No, I'm good, I'm good.
You're going to math it up?
I'm going to math it up.
All right. You can't even set a calculator with this because the zones are attempts, isn't it?
She needs to flash.
Needs to flash, she did.
No.
So, silver.
Silver is on the table.
Is on the table.
For Georgia with a top.
So does that mean that our winner's guaranteed at this point?
We have locked in our winner.
Which is? Do you want to announce it?
Do you want to say it?
I don't. It's all yours. Well, we'll say it at the end.
Yeah, we'll say it. We'll say it at the end. If you're following along, you know. If you're watching the scores, you know.
You can probably guess.
You probably guess. We have mentioned it before, but...
What medal will Georgia pick up here? That was close. Just clawed back the left hand.
Wow, regenerated.
Yeah. The audience nodding away. They appreciated that
stuff. Yep. We like a little bit of spice in our climbing. Of course, it keeps the audience interested. And I mean, part of the beauty of a finals is you get to make some showy boulders. You get to make some exciting movement. You get to show, you get to give the athletes an opportunity to show the crowd the kind of physical movement they're capable of. So we all like it when excitement and swinging around works out.
Yeah, and Guillermo did well on this boulder too, so he's pretty close to getting this. He's got as close as anyone else has got, any with a high point. Georgia, come on for the silver medal. There's the zone up above her head, easy to hear. And she's done what everyone has done, a slap around that corner, trying to stop yourself from falling backwards.
I love that. Her approach, it's different. She's almost stopping and then kind of, as you say, clawing her way back around the corner, but just maybe not quite the subtlety of the inward. She feels like she's falling away rather than coming around the corner, but time to refine it, a minute and change. I mean, I would say at least 2 tries.
Yeah, she's a hand away from finishing that climb. Guillermo has a bit more work to do. He's got the hold past the zone. Georgia back on.
Yeah, not a physically demanding boulder, so you do get more attempts out of the women. Whereas for the men, 3 is as much as we've seen, I believe.
Yeah, 1 minute left. Oh, again not from Georgia. Guillermo launching towards this. This is where everyone has struggled, this move out.
All right, I was just going to say a right foot up, maybe that will help. It seems to help get there.
Yeah, got him closer, didn't it?
Yeah.
Bit of a bridge. Again.
They were talking about it. She's like, I think she's telling Selma, this is what we did when we were on the camera.
Yes, we saw.
Yeah,
you can't tell us to go away now. We just saw that.
It's great.
Yes.
Wow, I love that.
Should be silver.
Yes, it is. Really good stuff. Georgia Tessio managed to find a different way to top that boulder with not a lot of time on the clock. Are we going to see one more from Guillermo? It does look like it.
Yeah, you guys on YouTube are sending lots of support. Thank you very much. Enjoyed Georgia's flash of that. That's up he comes to the zone.
Right foot up. No, not
it's changed.
Yes.
There we go. Stabs it.
And it's the left foot every time releasing. Hands up, thank you to the crowd. They let him know they appreciated his effort. And not just like that, we're down to it. Two to go, 4 minutes.
Yes, but we have our women's winner, Selma will walk away. And Sam's doing his vlog thing. Now, Sam has a YouTube channel, which is well worth checking out. He makes videos during the IFSC season, during the off-season. He's running on with the GoPro. He's a creator. I like this.
I like that. That's funny. And he's getting the crowd to cheer for him. I guess he's going to put his camera, and maybe he's either leaving it on to watch him climb, or maybe it's facing the crowd.
Videographer is obviously just giving him a task. They're like, listen, carry this on. It'll be a great shot.
I promise it'll work out for you.
So Lily can't win, we don't think, unless Pete's messed his maths up. But I don't even know if she can get on the podium. Can she get on the podium?
No, because she didn't zone boulder 3.
Okay,
so she's climbing for pride, which is a thing.
Yep. And look at that flow from her. She might flash it. Very close. Oof. Very, very close.
Yep.
And you're going to go and interview our winner in a minute. So I know you're sticking with me up until about a minute to go.
Halfway through, yeah. Because are we going to know who would... I might just be learning on the fly who
Well, you know Selma.
Yep.
But yes, on the fly, you might have to for the men.
Yeah, Sam's got room.
Okay. Sam has to look at the starting holds here, trying to figure it out.
Yep.
So Sam throws up the right hand, hits it nicely.
Does get the pinch. Oh, he can't quite make it work. All right, I'm pushing it, Matt, because I want to see the climbing. I'm going to watch it from the mat, and you take us home.
All right.
I'll go catch up with...
I'll see you in a bit, Pete. Pete will leave us go find our winners. We stick with Lily Agrapart right now. She hangs in the middle of the wall, eyeing up this jump to the left-hand side. Starts the big swing with the feet. The scuttle and slides down, not quite for Lily, but very, very close that time. Making progress, attempt by attempt. Sam asks the brusher just to make sure of those first couple of holes. Lily Agrapart gets into the starting position again. Works the feet through. Into the zone hold once more. Easy stuff from her. Starts this wind up towards the run left. Oh, that's as close as you can come. That right hand just slides down the volume. She's got a couple of goes left. I don't think she quite knows where to place those feet. Sam is getting a standing ovation here as he comes into the zone hold. Needs just to keep throwing. Does get it. Latches on for just a second, but not quite. And Lily wants this boulder. Good stuff from her into the zone hold. A minute to go, that didn't look quite as close as the attempts before. I wonder if she's done. Yes, she might be. No, she's got some time. Got some time here. Sam as well, 49 seconds on the clock. Our final boulder here at Dock Masters 2026. We'll update the scores, crown our champion, and then, of course, we will go down to Pete's and talk to our winners. After that, the ceremony is to come. Lily gets a big cheer. She stands up, launches through, hits the zone. She might have time for two. She'd like to get it done this time, and she's going to get it done. Lily Agrapart, in the dying breaths of the competition, makes an impact to her score, atop on the final climb. All down to Sam then, looking confident on the undercling. Pure power endurance needed through these moves. There's the left. No one has managed to stick it. He nearly did, but with 2 seconds gone, that will be it for Dock Masters 2026. All we need now is to get confirmation of the scores so we can award our gold medals. Let's see how Lily got her final top. Took her a few goes to get the range, but when she locked it in, it was perfect from Lily Agrapart. Good work. She makes that top. So the scores on the doors. Selma wins the competition, 4 tops, 11 attempts, beating Georgia Tessio, who gets the silver medal. Lucija Tarkus was on the top spot, couldn't quite get the boulder 3 done, or she would have won it, comes in 3rd. Lily Abriat, we started just outside in 4th. Guillermo wins the competition, 2 tops for him, over Slav Kirov, and Samuel Richard making up 3rd position, failing to get a top in the last 3, and Energiehaven just outside of the top 3. So there are our winners. There are the athletes. And the athletes will be finding Pete. In fact, I've been told we found Pete, so let's go down to him on the mats, shall we?
All right, what a finish to Dock Masters 2026. Thanks for taking us home, Matt. Really, really close from Sam on that last boulder, but I'm standing here with your winners. Selma, congratulations. You are the Dock Masters 2026 champion. What's the feeling in this moment right now?
I'm really happy right now. I didn't feeling at my best during the rounds, but finally I managed to do all the boulders and to enjoy the last one. So I'm happy, yes.
I love it you said enjoy the last one. At what point did you know that you were maybe in the lead? Did you guys talk about it? Did you have an instinct, or were you just out to top every boulder? That's always the goal.
We had many time in the ISO, so we talked with all the girls in the ISO about boulders and also about other things. And yes, I just wanted to climb and to try out the boulders.
You definitely tried out the boulders. You smashed the boulders. Congratulations on being this year's champion. Don't go far. We're just going to swap your spot with Guillermo. You are the 2026 Dock Masters champion. The boulders at the end here were really, really hard. What did you think about boulder number 4 when you previewed it versus when you grabbed the holds?
Whoa, that boulder, the holds looks in the ground so good, but then the boulder was hard. I think it was possible, but with all too many attempts, and well, it was a difficult boulder to top in 4 minutes.
Yeah, of course, but we want to give you difficult boulders because we want to push you to your absolute limit. What about this one? And this one just looked like it was a really, really careful adventure. How did you feel on that boulder?
The red one was quite tricky. Plastics holds, double texture. The swing must be perfect. If not, you go down to the floor. So.
Overall, I think you climbed very, very well across the weekend. Of course, congratulations. What's next for you? Do you have something coming up in the season?
Yeah, I'm preparing the World Cups. So yes, this comp was so nice for preparing the World Cups and the Europe Championship. So I'm so happy with my performance here, but too many things to improve to the World Cups.
Of course, we're also happy with your performance. Congratulations on being the 2026 champion. Go get ready for your podiums. Thank you, Selma. Matt's going to come in and join me now. You guys can head over that way. Thank you. Matt, what a finish.
I know, we're done, Pete. What a 2026 competition. And what a set of athletes as well. We've really got some world-class climbers here.
Yeah, some young guns showing you what they're capable of, and you're going to see them coming up across the World Cup season. Who are you looking forward to see kind of jump into that next level?
Oh my goodness, so many names spring to mind. Look, we're going to have to wait and see. Who knows who's had injuries, who's feeling good in the off-season. In a couple of months, you guys will find out as well. But for Dock Masters, that's it, apart from the podiums.
Yeah, that's what we're going to go to next. Dock Masters, an excellent tune-up for the World Cup season. Thanks for hanging out with us. Pete Woods.
Yeah, Matt Groom, it's been an absolute pleasure calling you the action. Thank you so much, and we'll hopefully see you next year.
Yeah, stick around for the podium. Thanks for hanging out with us. See you next year.
Lief publiek, de uitslag is bekend. Al jullie ogen op de winnaars van deze editie.
Maar voordat we die hier op het podium krijgen, wil ik graag nog even een heel hard Dock Masters applaus voor al die atleten die hier net niet op het podium staan, maar die keihard gestreden hebben vandaag.
Yes, 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 yes. En daar gaan we dan. Uw Dock Master, derde plaats bij de vrouwen. Mag ik een ziek applaus voor Lucija Tarkus? Lucija, where are you? Where is our Lucija? she there? Ah, Lucija, there you are. Give it up for Lucija. Already in ISO, maybe. Stretching. And second place, Georgia Tezio! And now, your Dogmaster female champion of 2026. Give her a good one, Selma Mirmoon! Daar staan ze dan. Onze winnaars. Give it up for them one last time, yes! And if you can join me here, for the picture. Make him smile.
And we asked them to stay on the mat a little bit longer.
Join me here for a second, so you can join up with the guys in a couple moments.
En dan gaan we naar de mannen. En de mannen was spannend vanavond, dus het duurde even voordat de uitslag er was. Maar hij is bekend. Op nummer 3, Dogmasters 2026, Samuel Richard. Keihard geklommen vanavond. En dan second place. Hij staat al klaar. From Bulgaria, Slav Kirov. En dan de eerste plaats. Nog één keer. Heel hard applaus. All the way from Spain. Guillermo Painado Franjanio. Our Dogmasters champions.
And now, guys, I'm sure you can make some space for the ladies. You can remain on the podium if you want. And then we can have you all on stage. I'm sure you'll make that fit. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we can make it fit. Come on.
Find your
all together.
All together. Yeah. I think you managed to climb this one, I think. Everybody, give it up one last time. These are your champions of Dogmasters 2026!
Champagne!
Have a good one.
See you next year!
Hello fellow climbers. My team and I built Dr. Plano, software for climbing and bouldering gyms that reduces admin work, so you can focus on climbing and community. Our scheduling algorithm creates shift plans from your rules and team preferences. Staff can track working hours, swap shifts or call in sick online. For your customers, Dr. Plano supports online bookings and payments directly on your website. And now we are building our own POS. Gyms across Europe already trust Dr. Plano. If you want less admin and more climbing, scan the QR code for a demo or a short call. Enjoy the Dogmasters.
Mooi vind ik dat je de weg niet meer hoort, dat er geen andere mensen zijn, dat je helemaal in het bos bent. En daar ligt dan opeens een supermooi blok. En er zit niks extra, er zit niks in de weg, er zit geen scherp greepje in. Ja, soms denk je wel eens van ja, dit kan toch bijna niet anders dan dat dit gemaakt is om te klimmen. Dit is echt perfect. Hè, alsof een hele goede routebouwer voor ons cadeautjes heeft neergelegd om te ontdekken. In die afleggebieden vind ik het heerlijk om in mijn eentje te klimmen, alles zelf uit te zoeken, de geluiden van het bos om me heen. Een werkdag is echt, dan loop ik met mijn mapje door het bos en dan heb ik dingen uit te zoeken. Bijvoorbeeld nieuwe boulders die geopend zijn, intekenen. Er zijn vaak geen filmpjes van die boulders nog. Helemaal geen informatie. Nou, dat vind ik een hele mooie manier van klimmen.